Love the bald coaching staff, but I got to put the Titans here. They're not going to the playoffs or anything, but I think they're going to be improved. Here's where it gets rough. 28, I got the Cleveland Browns. I know they've had great drafts the last couple of years, okay?
True.
It just all comes down to the quarterback. Is it Deshaun? Is it Shador?
Dylan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
New head coach. Could be a long season, but young, promising. They get the quarterback figured out. This could be a team to watch out for.
I also love how you say, here's where it gets rough. You know where it gets rough? 28.
Yeah, I mean, look, none of these teams are winning the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
No?
It's the powerless rankings.
It's so powerless.
Felly, I'm sorry. 29, I got the Raiders, okay?
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us.
I was waiting.
I love Genty. I love Brock Bowers. He needs to go to Turkey, but I love Brock Bowers.
Oh, boy.
I just don't know. I mean,
Look at you throwing stones in a glass house.
I am a beautiful bald man. I embraced it at the age of 24. Wow. Brock Bowers, just come home, bro.
You were 24?
Yeah, just come home. Some things aren't meant to be, like me with hair. Just come home, Brock Bowers.
Have we ever seen a picture of you with hair?
Ooh, good question.
Do we have one here?
You showed me one.
I've seen a picture of him with a beard and a bandana, but not.
question.
That is a good point.
It's going to be a long year, but
Where's your mother?
once Mendoza gets out there, I think you're going to see flashes, and then,
Pre-growl.
No, it's before the growl. You can't growl. Come on, guys.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant in for the guys. Emily, we were told, has a game for me and Marcus that's going to be very exciting because neither one of us understand how the game works.
Okay, we've done this before the growl, and I like to use before the growl as either a place to talk about movies that no one cares about or to do a fun little game. So here's a fun little game today. It's from TikTok. So I want you two to try to get to the same word, and I'm going to count down from 3, and you have to just say a 1 or 2 word answer after 3. And so, for example, if you said elephant and he said banana, okay, let's see how we can get to the same word.
Okay, so
and then 1, 2, 3 again, and you might
so
say both.
we are intentionally trying to progressively mind meld towards the same word.
Okay. Exactly.
And we say the words at the same time?
Yes, but you can't say the same word again. So, for example, if you couldn't say elephant again, you'd have to say something else.
Okay.
So, do you kind of grasp the situation?
I get what we're doing.
Okay, we'll see how long it takes. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1.
Wrestling.
Okay, car and wrestling. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Ferrari.
Flair and Ferrari. Flair from what Brian said about what do you put the car. Okay, Flair, Ferrari. 3, 2, 1.
Hogan.
You have to say a word.
I started laughing. Hogan is so specific.
Okay,
Hulk.
Okay. Hulk and Hogan. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Villain.
You have to say a word, Marcus.
I'm trying to think of a
Come
word.
on. I'm getting you guys ready to do the
heel.
show. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Bad
Hero.
guy.
Okay. Bad guy, hero, or closer? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Comic
Superman.
Okay.
Getting close.
Getting close.
3, 2, 1.
Batman.
Hey, there we go. We got there eventually. Okay. Let's do.
Batman for me was safe because he can be both the hero and in some respects
the villain.
kind of a psychopath.
You're right. Okay.
He's a
me
sociopath.
Me and Andy this time, and you count us down, Marcus. Okay.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Mermaid. What'd you say?
Banana.
Banana. You were trying to get me to the thing.
All right, here we go.
Okay,
I thought
mermaid
that was the cheat code.
Mermaid and banana.
Here we go.
Okay, you ready?
3, 2, 1.
Fish.
Jungle. Okay.
All right.
We
All
went
right.
to
We're
the
getting
other
closer.
way.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Jungle
Monkey.
Book. Okay.
All right. We're getting closer. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Mowgli.
Orangutan. Okay, that's close. Okay. I can't remember any of the other characters from Jungle
Baloo.
Book.
There's a Baloo in there.
Okay,
Baloo.
well, you can't give me it. Okay, ready?
Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boy.
Disney. Okay.
Boy. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Animated.
Prince Eric. Okay.
We're getting further away now.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So we have animated and Prince Eric, and we'll try to. Okay, ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Princess. Ooh,
that's
I mean,
really close.
That's pretty damn
Let's
close.
really close.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
I think we can get there.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Elsa.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
There we
Brian,
go.
do you want to come in here for a one again? You can come here. Yeah, okay,
all right,
here we go.
Here we go.
Brian's going to do it with Marcus.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Because last time they got on the first, him and Mace got on the very first
Oh, wow.
question.
All
Yeah.
right.
It was weed, wasn't
It was.
it? Okay. Marcus and Brian.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Baseball.
Let's
go.
Brian's just really good at
Let's
this.
go.
What is this
I know how to-
sorcery?
That's connection right there.
Right? That's it.
That's what makes him a good board op. He can anticipate your
Right,
needs.
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
What is going to happen in the next 15 minutes, Brian, that we need to know
Oh,
about?
no, you want to try it here? You want to try
Okay,
this?
with Andy. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right. Come on, Andy.
You guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Toy Story. Oh, come
Okay.
on. Yeah, I'm
Toy
going on
Story
to
football.
Andy.
Yeah.
Toy
okay.
Story and football. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Woody.
Woody.
You
Kind of cheated, but we'll take it. We'll take
No,
it.
no, that was
We'll
a cheat.
take
That was a cheat.
Okay. So not Woody and
Well,
Woody.
to be fair, though, I was trying to think of a Toy Story character.
Okay, let's keep it for Toy Story and football. Okay.
Okay.
Toy Story and football. 3, 2, 1.
Ball.
Buzz.
Yeah, that was.
Buzzball.
I like it. We'll
Okay.
take it.
Buzz and ball. 3, 2, 1.
Drinks. Oh.
Okay.
See, no, I went buzzball.
Drinks
Yeah.
and Andy. Drinks and Andy. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Liquor.
I just thought I'd take Brian back to his happy place.
Okay, let's try weed and liquor. 3, 2, 1.
Hi.
Okay, we'll count that. We don't think he cheated, but we'll count that.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it's a fun game.
It is fun,
That
actually.
was
Yeah.
fun.
Is this what the kids are doing now on TikTok?
It's basically one of those things you play in the car when you are driving somewhere and you're trying to fill time, or like you're waiting in line at Disney. Like I feel like when you're waiting in line at Disney, it's like this game. It's the heads up game that everyone does. My friends and I do. I just think of a song, and you have as many guesses as you want to try to get to the song.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have enough time for that. We have only 2 minutes, but that maybe is for another Before the Growl.
That would be. Now, with the song game, do you get any clue to begin with?
Nope,
or-
it's just like this thing. You say, "Hey, I have a song," and then they guess like, "Is it by a boy or a girl, a band or an individual?" And then it gets like, there's not like 20 questions limit on this. It can be as many questions as possible, and at times it takes the entirety of a line waiting to get to there. But it's a good time waster for Disney. Do you guys have one of those that you like to do?
I'm trying to think. Not specifically.
Heads Up is good. For
Heads
that.
Up is very good for that.
I feel like it's only downloaded for Disney because I feel like I'm in line for stuff. It's just people playing Heads Up.
I've actually done it in line at Universal Studios and at not Disney, the other big theme park.
Six Flags.
Magic Mountain.
The other
Knott's
one.
Berry Farm.
Not, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Knott's
Done it
Berry
at Knott's and especially done it at Universal.
All right, well, we got a great show. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to get to the bottom of whether or not Wemby called a hit on somebody or not. So it'll be great.
All right.
You
That's
can log
all.
us out.
That's all coming up next.
Life Source Water, California factory at 800 Water 99 or visit lifesourcewater.com for limited time factory direct pricing and free installation. Life Source Water, taste and feel the difference.
Warranty limitations apply. Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Visit pechanga.com for more information.
Mike, in sports dynasties, they don't happen by luck. They happen with culture, coaching, and execution.
That's exactly how we run Rotolo Chevrolet, with all of those ingredients.
So how much of this is why you've been number one 14 years in a row?
When you put all those ingredients together and your processes stay in place, you're going to get great results.
And if you come to the store, you're going to find out why you're number one.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
From the showroom to the service bay, everyone is at top of their game. Rotolo Chevrolet, built like a champion, driven to win. Visit RotoloChevy.com.
Sedano and Cap are making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Hook the whole crew up with a trip to experience the all-new Shark Encounter, now open, plus fan favorites like Sea Lions Tonight and the all-new Dolphin Adventures. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway all week long on ESPN LA. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
This deer season, John Deere wants to give you the home field advantage. We're bringing you the best offers of the season, whether that's cash off on select new machines or a shot at the ultimate Major League Baseball prize package. Because right now, you can enter for a chance to win an MLB All-Star experience for you and 3 friends, complete with travel and lodging for All-Star Week this July. Deer season is going on now through June 3rd. Visit johndeere.com/deer season to enter and view the offers and complete contest rules.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Wednesday the 27th of May, 2026. The Hall of Famers, although today, 2 other Hall of Famers. Andy Kamenetzky and Marcas Grant from the NFL Network are here because Mason's still on vacation. And Johnny I, we know where Johnny I is. He's with Dr. Cerruti.
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
Getting those eyes worked on. God, I love Dr. Cerruti. Almost as much as Marcas Grant loves the Dodgers. The Dodgers shellacked the Rockies last night. Andy Kamenetzky also is here. And he loves the Lakers. He does that Locked On Lakers thing. He's going to talk Lakers. Marcas Grant will talk Dodgers. We're going to talk about it all. Plus, producer Emily's here. Producer Brian Cohen. The social team in the back. And you, let's do it.
Beef stew's coming back soon, I think.
Yeah. Dipsy-doo between the legs. The Wednesday edition.
Yeah. Dipsy-doo between his legs.
Of the biggest show on the radio.
So with that said, let's get this show on the
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
Mason in Ireland.
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
Begins right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wait, Dr. Cerruti, is that his name?
Cerruti.
Cerruti. Dr. Cerruti. That man's got a voice.
That's a hell of a voice, right?
Woo!
That's a late night R&B DJ voice is what that is.
That voice, that doctor's voice is borderline not safe for work, man.
And right now he is just working on John's eyes.
John Ireland will have the ability to retire the Sally Jesse Raphaels. Those glasses that he's been wearing for a long time. If he now has the LASIK and it's successful.
Does Dr. Cerruti use like anesthesia? Or does he just kind of talk you to sleep? Just kind of like gently with that voice just kind of rock you
like
off
one of those
to sleep.
meditation tapes?
Yeah, something like that.
You would feel very safe.
Oh, super relaxed.
In Dr. Cerruti. Like, I would actually let Dr. Cerruti do any type of surgery on me whatsoever,
just
even outside his field of ophthalmology.
Just go for it, Doc.
Oh, that
He's like, don't worry about your appendix. I have it.
Baby, I got your appendix. Consider it removed. You just lay back and let it happen. It's going to be all right. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant in for the guys. Is John going to be back tomorrow after his surgery?
So, no, tomorrow we're going to be on site at the new Hershiser Chevy. Marcus is going to be there. We're going to have Beto out there. We're going to have a great afternoon with the whole gang. But then back on Friday. So you'll be with him on Friday.
Okay, cool. So I will be the first person working with John post-surgery.
Yes.
Like the new ability to see.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to do the how many fingers am I holding up when he comes back. Just to see. just to find out. See how good the work was.
Maybe he'll see the Lakers clearly.
You know what he'll be able to do? Just like Rob Pelinka, John will be able to see the whole board.
Oh.
For the first time in John's life, he will be able to see the whole board.
All the optionality.
Yes, because of the work that Dr. Cerruti did. Very, very exciting days lie ahead of us.
Oh, that's great. Good for you, John. Good for you, John.
Good for you.
All right. What I just derailed this.
No.
We're 2 minutes into the show. Derailed.
Really quick, by the way, really quick, just because I've had a bunch of people ask me about this on social media, and I thought it would be good to clear up because I've been away for a few weeks, and some people have asked me about Lakers Talk, which is now being hosted by Mike Trudell. I was clearly not fired by the station because I'm here.
You're here now.
There was a logistical issue on my end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to get into the details of what they were, but it was a logistical issue on my end that required Greg to put in a new host. It had nothing to do with dissatisfaction on my end. It had nothing to do with dissatisfaction on Greg's end. It was a logistical issue that ultimately Greg had to address that was on my end. Therefore, Mike is in there. The show's going to be great with Mike. But that is what happened. Again, the details don't need to be public, but just so everybody understands, because I've been hit up with a lot of people by it, and I appreciate people asking, but that is the situation.
Good to know. Good to see you here.
Thank you.
Good to be together. You and I haven't done this in a minute.
I know.
It's
I was actually really
here.
stoked when I saw that it was going to be you and me, and I know we're going to end up talking a lot of Dodgers. There's a
lot going on.
There's a lot going for a team that everybody considers like on a glide path to potentially three-peat. There's a lot going on.
A lot happening.
But we begin with last night, Western Conference Finals, Game 5. Game 5 is often considered a pivotal game.
Yes.
When you're talking about a 2-2. And the Thunder end up beating in pretty convincing fashion the Spurs 127-114. The game honestly did not feel that close for a lot of it. It featured, as usual, people complaining about SGA and flops and the refs. It also featured Victor Wembanyama having a pretty subpar game.
Mm-hmm.
There are allegations of Wembanyama ordering a hit from the sidelines, and he did not address this post-game because he did not actually do post-game media.
Nope.
The NBA issued a warning.
Yep. Victor Corleone is what we're going with now, right?
Victor Corleone. For those unaware, after the Spurs and the Thunder, well, really the Spurs emptied their bench, and in particular Miles Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo, who really at this stage are on the Spurs to be goons.
Yes.
Like that's kind of in
You
particular
have
like
6 fouls.
Yeah.
Use them.
Yeah, and for the most part, we're not even going to ask you to use them. We're not even going to ask you to step on the court. But if you do step out there, this is your job. Jared McCain, for reasons I don't quite understand, was still on the court for the Thunder. He took a couple shots, I believe from Plumlee and from Biyombo, that had people, Emily, speculating that Wemby may have ordered the code red, to put this in a Few Good Men terminology.
Did you order the code red?
I mean, I can understand how people would draw that conclusion. So if you see it, Wemby's walking out the court with like less than 2 minutes left, and he is saying something to, I believe it was Biyombo.
Yeah.
And almost immediately afterwards, it's a pretty hard foul on Jared McCain. And Jared McCain, who is somebody who likes to celebrate in the other team's face. He likes to show off. He has TikToks. He has his painted nails. He is a personality on the court. And I can understand how, if you want to draw the conclusion, Wemby would specifically want that guy to hit the deck.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Here's the thing. Wemby doesn't seem to be above stirring the pot a little bit. Like, I don't know if he's necessarily going to...
There's no love lost with Wemby. He seems to want to compete at every level.
Well, he and
competed at
Chet
the All-Star
in particular
game.
have a long-standing rivalry, like that goes back to when they were teenagers. Like, this is a real thing between those two.
Yeah. I mean, but even then, I mean, like, I remember before the playoffs, especially when they were talking about, like, the MVP conversation, he had the comment about how we've beaten the Thunder. He said something like when they had their real team and when they had their reserves, we found a way to beat them. I think he really has it out for them. And he's one of those guys who, we talk about people in the NBA, players in the NBA being really buddy-buddy. Not Wemby. Wemby is out there like, I want to choke the life out of your team. That's what he wants to do.
He takes the All-Star game seriously.
Yes.
Like, he actually whipped all of these other players into shape. Like, no, we are no longer doing shenanigans during the All-Star game. We are taking this thing seriously. And once somebody of his stature takes it seriously, everybody else has no choice.
Follow along.
With McCain, I think it's interesting because anytime you're in garbage time and one team, the team that is up, they have some of their regular rotation guys out there, it's always open season for those guys.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's remove it from Wemby and the context of this game. You're always, I think, taking a risk by having your regulars out there in a game that's already been settled. which is why I thought it was strange that McCain was still out there to begin with.
You think Mark Dagnall sort of regrets that a little bit?
Well, McCain isn't a starter.
He started in this game.
Well, typically isn't a starter.
No.
I would say that.
True. I still, though, given that we don't even know when A.J. Mitchell and or Jalen Williams are going to be back, McCain's importance for this team is even more elevated. I was surprised that there were as many Thunder guys who mattered still on the court at the time when Mitch Johnson waved the white flag. And Mitch Johnson, by the way, was already in a bad mood because he felt that a challenge request was not honored. In reality, by the way, Mitch Johnson screwed up. You're supposed to call timeout. Like, that is the rule. Supposed to call timeout, then signal for a challenge. He was just signaling for a challenge.
They need like a red flag or something. They need some sort of like NFL type system for that. You know, you throw a red flag on the court or wave it over your head or something.
This goes around too much because there's too many people doing this, which is like, finger in the air, do like a rotation symbol, like replay.
Do NBA players, by the way, think that their team have unlimited challenges?
Yes.
Because they call for a challenge on every single foul.
Yes.
I remember like JJ being like, I don't have a challenge to give.
Right?
Yeah. So you said something interesting though in the pre-show meeting where you think that if Wemby, let's say in a world in which Wemby did call the hit,
right,
that him not doing media makes you believe it less that he would call the hit.
To me, because there are a lot of people who think that I've seen speculation that Wemby ordered the code red and therefore that is why he didn't do postgame. I can only speak for myself, but if I had ordered the code red, I would have made sure to do postgame.
That way it looks
Tell
less
them it was from me.
No.
Did you order the code red?
Well, just because I would want to create as much plausible deniability as possible. And looking like you have nothing to hide is how you create that plausible deniability. Plus, and you know this, Marcus, because you've done as many post-game scrums as I have, nobody's actually going to ask him.
No, of course not.
Nobody's going to ask Victor Wembanyama, did you tell Biyombo and Plumlee to be goons? Nobody's going to ask him that.
Well, no, but now that it's all over social media and he skipped out on post-game last time around, somebody's going to be like, hey, so what did you say to Biyombo?
What did you whisper in his ear?
What did you whisper in his ear?
Yeah.
It's out there.
But if I were Wemby and if I had told those guys, I want you to go out there and touch up McCain, that's where I make sure I do postgame.
Yep.
Because I just want to look like I have nothing to hide. And again, nobody's going to ask me that. Like, not that directly.
No. But now it's in the atmosphere and everybody's going to, and I think especially if Jared McCain takes a hard foul or anybody on the Thunder, Jared McCain, SGA, if one of these guys takes a hard foul, then it's, oh, wait, is Wemby going to the mattresses? You know, does SGA sleep with the fishes? What are we doing here with this? What's going on?
Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to see how Wemby responds for Game 6 because I thought Wemby, beyond just not having a good game, he looks to me like he's gassed. Like he averaged 29 minutes per game in the regular season. In this series, he's averaging 39. Playing like every other day, it looks to me like it's starting to catch up to him.
That, and he really has to be the focal point for the Spurs, for them to be successful. I mean, whereas you'll get SGA playing a lot of minutes, but, you know, you've got Chet Holmgren there doing things. You're getting other contributions from other players so that there isn't quite as much onus on Shai to go out and be that. But for the Spurs to really go out and be successful, sure, you know, you've got Castle and you've got Fox, but if they're going to win, you need Wemby to be an alien pretty much every time. And in a series that's as physical as this one is, that's going to take a toll.
Well, I mean, it also, though, it speaks to just how much they need Wemby in alien form because SGA, he got going in the second half, but he struggled a lot, in particular, like the first quarter and a half. They're missing Jalen Williams. They're missing A.J. Mitchell. You know, you had step-up games from guys like Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein. And, you know, Chet Holmgren didn't dominate, but he had probably his best game of the series. Cason Wallace played well. A guy like Kenrich Williams did his job. Like, it's a reminder of how deep the Thunder are. But, like, the Spurs had their fuller roster, and they didn't even win the non-SGA minutes. Like, again, it speaks to even with the Spurs having a really good roster, just how much is on their superstars' plate.
It really is. And I think you see it especially in the minutes that he's not on the floor, because the Thunder they've gone hunting for Luke Cornett. When he's out there, they attack Cornett consistently. And so then you talk about not winning the non-SGA minutes. They're especially losing the non-Wemby minutes. So that's just a bad combination.
It really is. The Thunder, they are now one win away from getting to the NBA Finals for the second year in a row. I don't agree with Reggie Miller. I think that if the Thunder end up in the Finals, they will be the favored team over the Knicks. But what everyone can agree on is the Thunder have become villains.
Yes.
They are a very unlikely villainous persona team. Is it deserved? We'll talk about that next. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant, in for the guys, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You still have time to vote. Skip the lines and return your ballot to any official ballot drop box near you leading up to Tuesday, June 2nd. So don't wait and vote early. Visit plan.lavote.gov to learn more. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
This World Cup season, the ultimate watch party experience is at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code VAN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code VAN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code VAN.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
Payoff pitch to Rojas.
Hey, this is Miguel Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's back. It's on its way. Out of here. Miguel Rojas.
You're listening to Mason and Ireland Show.
Mason and Ireland.
not. She's like, I don't want to sit there and watch him toot on a flute.
I'm sure he would have had something else there.
You would think, right? I don't know.
No, I think it was pretty heavy on the jazz flute.
It just reminds me of Anchorman, right?
Yes.
When he does the jazz flute.
That's baby making music.
You know who also plays the flute too? Lizzo.
Yes.
Lizzo does the flute, and she plays it herself in some of her songs as well. They should do a collab.
That'd be great.
I'd
be okay with that.
And you would never know because it's just two flute players.
Who's who?
A couple of flautists cutting it up. Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA presented by Pechongo Resort Casino. Tune in to Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals tomorrow night, starting at 5:30 p.m. on ESPN LA 710 or on the ESPN LA app in crystal clear digital audio. Play your perfect combination at Pechonga Resort Casino. Visit pechonga.com for more information. The Thunder, as we were discussing before, Marcus, they are one win away from going back to the NBA Finals. Again, they will take on the Knicks. Before we get to that question of whether or not they deserve their villainous persona, if you had to choose an MVP of this series now, who do you think it would be? Let's assuming the Thunder close out, because they obviously are favored now to win this series. What do you think it would be?
So I know I talked about this yesterday with John Ireland, in that it seems hard to pick an MVP from the losing team. Because Victor Wembanyama has easily been the best player in this series.
Except for last night.
But if they don't win, I don't think you can give him the MVP. So I guess you sort of squint hard and you give it to SGA. There's no one Thunder player that I think has been head and shoulders above everybody else in this series.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like with Wemby, if the Spurs lost, it would have to, I think, go 7 games. And Wemby absolutely wrecks shop. And for whatever reason, the Spurs don't win.
Yeah.
So then at that point, he's got like 4 dominant performances out of 7 games. Then maybe you can go exception to the rule. As far, though, as with the Thunder, I mean, obviously things could change over a Game 6 or a Game 7. If you're looking at who I think is truly the most valuable player, it's probably still SGA, just because they can't function without him, particularly without Jalen Williams and A.J. Mitchell. Like, the attention that SGA draws, even with inefficient lines and the turnovers and whatever, there's so much on his plate. They could not exist without it. But if you're looking at what is your role, who's done the best of their job?
Alex Caruso?
I think it is Alex Caruso, which is such a knife to the heart of Laker fans.
I'm sure it is.
It's like the Andre Iguodala MVP award, you know, when he won because he guarded LeBron James and they weren't going to give it to LeBron James.
He limited LeBron to 27 points or whatever it was in that series in 2015. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of that sort of tracks similarly. But you mentioned Caruso. I mean, he was the guy, especially in Game 1 when they were struggling. He was the one who kept them afloat. You know, he was getting buckets, rebounds. He was making plays. And I think in terms of value, because that to me is such a nebulous term, he was really valuable. He's been really valuable to that team.
Here's the thing, too, and I'm looking this up in real time just to make sure I'm remembering this correctly. But the year that Iguodala won in 2015, where he was Finals MVP, and really LeBron was the best player in that series, easily, even though the Cavs lost. Conventional wisdom, you give it to guy on the winning team. As you said, he limited LeBron to like insane numbers. The difference, I think, and I want to try to make sure I'm getting this correct, but I don't recall Iguodala's shooting and his scoring to be at the level of Caruso. Like, Caruso's been like Steph from behind the arc in this series.
Yeah.
He's been insane.
And he's been great on defense. And while he's not necessarily always on Wembanyama, he is showing up in key like series, in key instances during the game that you're like, okay, Caruso stopped that.
Yeah. Alex Caruso, he's doing all the defense you expect, the energy plays, the physicality, but he's also shooting the hell out of the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he's been really good from behind the arc.
No, he's been a legit scoring option for them, especially in the periods where they tend to go cold. And he's finding different ways. You're talking about him shooting from beyond the arc, but we saw earlier in the series him getting to the front of the rim, really attacking, even with Wembanyama there, just trying to drive and kick and make things happen. I mean, if you're using the Iguodala parallel, the Warriors basically just asked Iguodala to defend. You're going to sacrifice your offense. We've got Steph. We've got Clay. We'll find other ways to get points. We need you to try and hold LeBron down as much as possible.
And looking at these numbers now, in 2015 against the Warriors, he did have he had 2 games where he scored 20-plus.
Okay.
Iguodala, and in particular, the closeout game for the Warriors, he put up 25, I think 5 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple steals. So that kind of cemented this. I still think, I mean, if you're really looking at how the Thunder win this series, it would be because of SGA. But Caruso has just been so good. And again, because I still hear from Laker fans all the time, it really hurts.
I'm sure it does. And I think that goes back to the definition of valuable, because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is important, incredibly important to this team, but he's also in this series doing what he's supposed to be doing. It's Caruso that has sort of taken on a little bit extra and added something extra where maybe the Thunder, they definitely need it, but maybe weren't expecting it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bonus when, Alex Caruso morphs into Steph Curry from behind the. I mean,
right.
He I don't remember the exact numbers, but I saw somebody put out on Twitter, somebody who covers the league well, that like if this maintained for this series for Caruso from behind the arc, it would be like the biggest jump from regular season to a playoff series in NBA history.
Wow.
From behind the arc. Like he's shooting insanely higher than his regular season, or just frankly his career.
Yeah.
But I will say I enjoy watching Caruso play a lot more than I like watching SGA play. I was at a bar last night. I was playing trivia, but they were playing the end of the game up until trivia started. And so everyone's watching, and the chatter around the different tables was just like, that guy, SGA, is so annoying. Every time there's a foul, everyone goes, boo, in the bar.
Really quick, because I think this is interesting. Is the general crowd at your trivia bar, are they sports people or non-sports people?
Sports people, but not necessarily Spurs or Thunder fan. Obviously, it's an LA bar or whatever. There might be some people from these areas, but generally, seemingly sports people.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking is I think SGA now to NBA casuals and sports casuals.
I mean, probably, casuals.
Right. He's become now known first and foremost for flopping or perceived flopping.
Even the guy at my table was like, I watched this video on Twitter of how many times that he flopped.
And there it is.
My wife is a Spurs fan. Like, she grew up as a Spurs fan. She's from Texas. She grew up in McAllen. Like, she's a big, big Spurs fan. But to be honest, she had kind of stopped watching them for a while, like post Duncan, Kawhi, Parker, Manu, because it's harder to see games out here, whatever. But she's started to get back into the Spurs because of what's going on, and she's earned the right. She followed them for decades. But she does not follow the NBA. She really only learned who SGA is through clips of the games that she half watches, maybe a quarter of. She hates Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, hates this whole Thunder team. She hates them so much, she refuses to acknowledge that, forget the idea that they won the championship last year and that Alex Caruso won a title with the Thunder. She refuses to acknowledge that he won one with the Lakers.
Really?
She will not acknowledge this.
Really?
I was like, do you remember him when he was with the Lakers? She's like, yeah, but he hasn't done bleep since he was with. I'm like, well, he did win a title. No, he didn't.
He won a championship
like,
last
actually,
year.
he won a championship.
There's video of it. It was on TV and everything.
I'm like, he won one. What? No, he did. Okay. I guess he didn't.
Maybe we can talk about this on the other side, but is that feeling at the bar, is your wife's feeling, is that deserved? Do they deserve the villain treatment?
Okay, we'll talk about that. Also, we're going to end up talking about at some point soon. Brian Windhorst saying that he thinks the Lakers need to explain to LeBron why he is not a max player, and why I think it is both a complicated and simple conversation at the same time. That coming up next. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant, 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's Chris Morales, and at ESPN LA, we love Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and we hope to see you at the 10th Annual Walk and Play LA. First, I'm going to walk a 3K showing my support for this amazing hospital, and I want you to join me in raising funds for critically ill kids. Then we'll play with live music, games, and sports clinics led by local athletes. Join the fun Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Go to ESPNLA.com to sign up for Team ESPN LA and use the discount code PLAY to save $10 on registration.
As a kid, my parents fought a lot. It was scary. I was taught to hide my emotions and told things like, don't cry and toughen up. The toxic stress response I developed back then led to anxiety and high blood pressure. Now I'm a parent, and I'm doing it differently. I support my son's feelings so he doesn't bury them.
Daddy!
Hey, buddy. Oh, that's a big hug.
Learn how to help kids grow without toxic stress response at first5california.com.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet, conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last. Pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
I mean, what I'm thinking is, don't you know who I am? You're not responding to me?
I'm
once. Like, I feel like if you are a public figure or a celebrity of sorts, you know you've made it when you actually get the invite to get slimed.
Have you seen the video of Katy Perry getting slimed? So she's like opening up something. She's like, it's like a box, and it really hits her. It like gets in her face.
A little too much.
It's amazing. It's basically made out of applesauce, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Anyway, I can find some slime for you guys.
All right.
Applesauce
like
seems,
colored applesauce.
It seems too
liquidy.
Lumpy?
Lumpy's the word. Yeah. Like,
Maybe they viscous it up.
Is very, very viscous is the word. That's the word.
Viscous?
Viscous, because that's what the slime seems very viscous.
It's when it's smooth. When it's smooth but thick is viscous.
Well, it's funny now because if you're Marcus, I forgot, how old are your kids?
My son is 7.
Your son is 7. Okay, so you're in this age range. I think of slime as much more of this like rubbery substance that kids make now, that if you drop this on celebrities, it actually could hurt.
Yeah, it's just kind of a big clump of something.
Yeah, it's almost like dropping rubber cement on them. Like,
exactly.
Like old school slime, like the Nickelodeon slime, was really much more like colored water, which I guess maybe works for applesauce, coming full circle. Speaking of children, Children's Hospital Los Angeles, the biggest event of the year is back. Walk and Play LA brings the community together for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk plus music, games, and activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Sign up at espnla.com. Join Team ESPNLA. Use the code PLAY to save $10. Visit espnla.com to learn more. Obviously, great cause right there for children. So we were talking about the Thunder and their villainous persona, Marcus.
Yes.
And they have become now the villains of the NBA. Do you think it's deserved?
No. They haven't been this good that long. And I guess to Emily's point, saying being at trivia night and people at the bar saying, well, I saw a TikTok video or I saw a Twitter video, and I feel like that has added fuel to the fire.
Absolutely.
But this isn't like, I get why people hate the Dodgers. I get it. I get why people hate the Chiefs and the Patriots and, all those teams that had extended periods of success. The Thunder, they have one championship. It's only been a couple years that they've really been contenders. I don't feel like they've been good enough, long enough for us to have this feeling of animosity towards
So they
them.
haven't earned it.
Not to me, no.
Well, it's funny when you mention the Dodgers, for example, you understand why they're hated. The truth is the Dodgers have been a hated organization outside of their fan base for a long
That's true.
It's like the Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers for a long time. The Yankees, the Red Sox, these sort of institutional franchises. You will not meet many people, you ask them about the Lakers if they follow sports, they're like, I don't really have an opinion on the Lakers.
Right.
You either love them or you despise them.
Yes.
The Thunder, you're right. They have not really done this long enough to have this type of visceral reaction.
Here's the thing. The Thunder have been in existence so short of a time overall.
But you can feel like they were stolen from Seattle.
That's the point.
Wasn't Oklahoma City's fault necessarily.
No, it wasn't. But I guess that's my point. There is still a Seattle Sonic in the league. We haven't even cleared the NBA of all. Kevin Durant still exists.
Jeff Green.
So there's still two Sonics in the. We have not cleared the palette yet of Sonics yet. They haven't been around long enough to be truly hateable just yet to me.
Can I explain why maybe it feels like it's hateable? Not just because of the compilations that you might find on TikTok or Twitter of SGA falling every time he shoots, but it's kind of like they can't keep getting away with this feeling, from Breaking Bad. It's like they keep on. I saw an article today that they might trade up to get Cam Boozer because of the amount of draft picks they have, because of the bad deal the Clippers did, put Oklahoma City in a place that they had so many picks. I won't say they lucked out on SGA, but they found SGA and they got part of the deal. So not only did they get now a 2-time MVP, but they got a boatload of picks. So they can't keep getting away with this. And to people who watch, their style of play is not always fun to watch. It is foul baiting, but in a way in which that is advantageous to them. They get more points because they go to the foul line more. They don't seem to be super tough. They don't seem to be super...
I think they're a pretty tough team. They're a pretty physical team.
Sure.
I mean, they wouldn't be able to get away with the perceived pushing of everybody around if they weren't tough.
And they,
it has to be effective.
They laugh into the faces of their opponents, which everybody who's competitive might do. It just feels like if they run through your team, it feels like almost they don't deserve to be this behemoth, but they are this behemoth because they can't keep getting away with this.
I think if anything, people should be mad at the Clippers because Sam Presti walked up and said wallet inspector, and the Clippers just handed him everything.
Well, no, they should be mad at Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi was the one that forced them to really make that deal. Like Kawhi could have said, you know what, that's way too much. This kid Shai, he's going to be pretty good. I'll sign here. Like you don't need to do all of this.
And it's also like Oklahoma City doesn't feel like a basketball town. It's not like this. If this happened in Indiana or happened in Chicago or happened in New York, it feels like people care about basketball. It does feel like they care about the Thunder.
They care
clearly
a lot.
But it doesn't feel like Oklahoma City is a basketball town in their blood. They just seem to have one professional team in their entire state.
The other thing, too, like when Presti
They're
made...
the University of Oklahoma. What are you talking about?
I mean, when Presti made this trade for SGA and, the Paul George deal, which was from the Clippers' perspective, and remember, at the time, this was a universally praised deal where it was essentially you are trading for both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. SGA had been in the league for a year, and he had a good rookie year. Like I think he made like second team all rookie or maybe first, but he was good. He did not look like a superstar in that 1 year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was nobody else on that roster that Presti, given the state of the Thunder then, wouldn't have identified. Of course, you'd be asking for Shai. He's the best young player that you have. From there, they helped develop him. They drafted really well. They got a pick that turned into Jalen Williams. I want to say Jalen Williams was picked 12th, like 12th or 13th, something like that. So they picked well there. Like, it's not just that they got all these picks, along the years. Like, they've actually done well with what they have in front of them. Like, they identified Caruso and Hartenstein as the perfect complementary pieces. And in the case of Hartenstein, like, he had been bouncing around. Like, he had yet to find a foothold. Like, they're really good at what they do. That's part of it.
That is part of it.
It's a lot of jealousy.
There's definitely a lot of jealousy. Part of me is like, if you're a Clipper fan, there's a lot of reasons you're probably queasy right now. But watching not only SGA, but watching Landry Shamet kind of blow up in the playoffs too for the Knicks, and realize they were in the same backcourt at the same time.
The moment I realized, no, seriously, the Cavs have given up, was in the first half of Game 4. I think it was first half of Game 4. Landry Shamet had a basically unbothered baseline drive dunk. Landry Shamet, in the last 3 seasons combined, I looked it up, has 14 dunks. Like, he is not exactly somebody you always have to account for his verticality or that guy attacking the rim. I was like, the Cavs have so given up.
Oh, yeah. No, they must have had early morning flights to Cancun. That's what that looked like in Game 4.
But do you guys both feel that their foul baiting is an undeserved criticism, or they are just taking advantage of something that can get them to the line more?
I think it's a bit of both. Yeah. I also think this is where you mentioned the social media component. I think this stuff has been around forever, but social media elevates the conversation. People start seeing often out of context clips flying around. News, outlets, media outlets like ours and others, they pay a lot of attention to what's being talked about on social media to do their own segments on Get Up and on Fox Sports and all of that. Like, they pay attention to the conversation, and the NBA is a frankly terminally online league.
Yeah.
Like, to its own detriment. Like, Adam Silver desperately needs to log off.
Right.
Like, desperately. He would solve half of his problems if he just logged off. And I think that contributes to this as well. It feels like an omnipresent conversation.
Well, I think to your point about these things happening, not just in the NBA, I mean, flopping and foul baiting. I mean, that was the reason they had to make the rule about shooters kicking your feet out, right?
But also people make that same argument against Patrick Mahomes, too. They think that he, benefits from calls. Like, it's a similar reason why people don't like that team and they don't like the Thunder.
And I go back to the Legion of Boom, right? In the NFL, at their height, they were incredibly physical with wide receivers because their theory was they're not going to throw a flag on every single play. So we're going to go out here and we're going to manhandle you and we're going to take our chances. And more often than not, it's probably going to work out. And I think if you're the Thunder, we're going to try and draw fouls. And we're good enough. We're going to make buckets anyway. We get that occasional and one, or we just change the way you play defense. That's going to help us in the long run.
I mean, look, the truth is somebody like Wemby, and this has been, he hasn't had many criticisms of him as a player, because there aren't many things to criticize. But one of the criticisms is he spends too much time along the perimeter, even though he can make that shot. Like, if Wemby parked himself in the lane, he would get 10 free throws a game easily.
Yeah.
Just because, what else are you supposed to do other than foul him?
I mean, it's my old man yells at cloud thing about how big men do step out so often. I mean, I would watch that Anthony Davis with the Lakers. I felt like he was always doing the opponent a favor when he would step out.
Well, especially because he's not a good jump shooter.
Well, that part
like
too.
in the case of Wemby, like at least you can justify it. Like he is a good outside shooter.
Yeah.
It's just not necessarily the best use of him.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis has not been a good jump shooter in a while.
Yeah.
And he was elite around the rim.
But yeah, he would take those shots, and I'm like, you're doing the other team a favor right now, man. Get in the paint. Like, make something happen in the paint, please.
Yeah. I mean, here's what I would say, though. Whether they are deserved villains or not, I think it's great that they are because leagues are always better when you have a villain.
Yes, 100%.
I think it absolutely helps.
Whether you're rooting for them or you're hate watching them. Like, if you're Adam Silver, I don't care if you're hate watching it. I just want you watching it. And if you watch it because you want to see the Thunder vomit on their shoes, great. I'm here for it. That's what.
Whose shoes?
Their own, anybody else, whoever's.
Whoever
whatever.
happens to be in the vicinity.
Nearby, right.
They will puke up flops and get to the line.
That's what we're going to do.
It'll be quite viscous.
Viscous, yes.
Taking us
full circle.
There we go. All right, coming up, I'm going to play a little Icebreakers. That is next on Mason and Ireland. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant, in for the guys, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
What's the name of that wrestler that's your twin brother?
D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown.
Yeah. You said, do I look like this? I'm not kidding. When I looked for half a second, I'm like, I didn't know you actually wrestled for a minute. Like, you look just like that guy.
Me and D'Lo, we met here at a match. And as I'm walking up, he looks at me and goes, yep. And we just start laughing. Like, they've been telling me I look like you.
It's uncanny. Like, it's not like, sometimes there's a resemblance.
Yeah.
Like, you guys look like you could be brothers.
I know, that's what I said. I did this. Like, where are you from? Where are your people from? It does not
match up.
Does not match up at all. Well, I'm like, it could be. We could be related.
Just like him. You should do his entrance, too. You know how he comes out and he's all...
I can't do it that way. D'Lo was one of the best wrestlers out there.
Yeah.
My dude.
Handsome, too,
Handsome dude. Handsome devil.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
It's Bethel Duran, and you know how much I love my Toyota. And right now, the deals are sizzling at Northridge and Wondre's Toyota. Get a brand new 2026 Camry for just $389 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due at signing, or finance for just 4.99% APR for 60 months. What about a brand new Tacoma? I'm thinking of doing this. You can lease for just $279 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due at signing, or you can finance for just 2.99% APR for 48 months. In the 818, go see NorthridgeToyota.com. In the 626, WondrersToyota.com.
All right, guys, real talk. Are you a crust lover or one of those crust leavers? Because I got to tell you, Pizza Hut's new crispy Parm Pan Pizza is next level. It's the original pan crust you already love, but now they've baked Parmesan cheese right onto the edge. I'm talking crispy, golden, cheesy crunch with that soft, fluffy inside. Grab a medium, one-topping crispy Parm Pan for just $11.99 or go large for $3 more. Order now at PizzaHut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087, or simply visit TRA.com.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy. Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, your fit-friendly vodka with no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers, presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
Today is very interesting, guys. We have today, tomorrow, and Friday left in this month for Icebreakers. John has the lead by 5 points, but everything is double. Brian is at 21 points.
Whoa.
Okay? So, and he has basically 1.5 more chances to get this right because we're on remote tomorrow and sometimes there's a delay and he might not win it when it happens. So, this is a very important day for Brian. But Marcus and Andy can be spoilers. So let's see how it goes.
What's it worth to you to win, Brian?
For 20 points, I was bored.
20 now?
Yes, double.
Whoa.
It's so the last week, just like for Game of Games, is double. Last week for Icebreakers is double. 20 points. I was born in 1998 in Willard, Missouri. I am the oldest of 4 children, and my mom is a veterinarian, and my dad is a naval reservist.
Yeah, nothing.
For 18 points. My uncle is in the Missouri House of Representatives, and I have been a musical guest on SNL.
Huh. Okay.
For 16 points. Do you want to guess? Or do you want to let it go for Brian?
I got the age wrong. I think
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I performed publicly for the first time at age 13, singing the Christmas song by Nat King Cole, and at my school's talent show. And when I was 14, I auditioned for America's Got Talent. For 14 points, I was discovered doing covers on YouTube by singer and YouTuber Troye Sivan, and I then signed to Atlantic Records after they liked my original song "Die Young."
Oh, no.
All right, we're gonna have to be quick on this one. I think, at least. For 12 points, I performed at the Grammys in 2025, and one of my songs was featured in the movie Begonia.
Andy.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, not blanking on her name. I know exactly.
I don't have a countdown or anything.
I
but
know. Okay, it's Chapel Run.
It is Chapel
There you
Run.
go.
There you
Wow.
go.
All right.
You steal it from Brian.
All
Look at his
right.
face. He's so upset.
Disappointed. I wouldn't have gotten that, though. I had no clue.
I knew she was from Missouri. I did not realize she had political ties in her
Yeah,
family.
just her uncle or
Okay.
whatever. And here's the rest of them if you want to know more about Chapel Roan. You know me by my stage name, but my real name is Kaylee Rose Asmuts, and my most recent album is called The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. One of my most famous songs was written about the West Hollywood bar, The Abbey. I was involved in a quote-unquote controversy where the daughter of a famous soccer player thought I put my security staff on her, but turned out that wasn't true, which is true. She has been expunged of that. Chapel Road.
Officially, legally.
Did nothing wrong.
Has she been pardoned?
She's been vindicated.
Pardoned in public opinion. But yeah, I did this because it's my sister's birthday. She loves Chapel Road. I introduced her to Chapel Road, and then she saw her in Virginia. So there we go. 12 points for Andy.
And you are referencing that Good Luck Babe is used in the movie Begonia to great effect.
Oh,
They great use.
Emma
of-
Stone sings along with it. It's a big part of the thing. So
It's really, really well used. Icebreakers, sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold, rated just 64 calories an ounce, made from Idaho potatoes, clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
I do want to add.
Yes.
So now the others are competing with John. So the others have 23 points. John has 26 points. You won't
Others
be
sort
here
of had
tomorrow?
2 shots at it between me and Andy today.
So maybe you guys can work together.
Oh, this is actually a big week for others. Like you and Beto
Yeah, that's
tomorrow.
true.
Like this
Yeah.
is a big week for the others. John is very fortunate to be working on Friday. Otherwise, he might.
I think he thinks that too.
Maybe a wrap.
Oh, I'm sure he is keeping score. Guaranteed, John is. I heard you, Marcus, and Greg on the Blue Review this morning talking about position players pitching.
Yes.
Yesterday's 15-6 win by the Dodgers over the Rockies featured a couple of Dodger pitchers that were the equivalent of like deep cuts to music heads.
You're digging in the crates there.
Yes. It was like the high fidelity of baseball games.
Name 5 guys you've never heard of pitching for the Dodgers today. Yes.
Well, to put this in perspective, the Dodger pitcher I was most familiar with was Miguel Rojas, who did the position player mop-up duty once the game was truly out of hand. Greg in particular, but I think you as well, not fans of this.
It feels like it's sort of, I won't say run its course because you're always going to have it. There's always going to be games where you have it, but it just seems like it's become more prevalent now. as teams go more bullpen heavy and they're starting to try and manage arms and kind of load manage in the Major League Baseball sense of things. It does it because like last year we saw Kike Hernandez do it a few times. We saw Miguel Rojas. He had a good time with it. He went out and he imitated like Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani and sort of mimicked his teammates' pitching styles. But like last night, it's 15-1. It's the 9th inning. I think everybody kind of wants to go home. And suddenly the Rockies decide they want to show up and hit. And it's like this thing's dragging out. And now I'm worried that, Andy Pages is going to get hurt diving for a ball or something. I would just prefer, get Paul Gervais up, another guy that probably most folks don't know. Let him get these last 3 outs and let's all go home. Let's do that.
The thing I would say, because I have no issue with it. I actually enjoy it. I find baseball to be such a long season.
It is.
I'm here for the chaos.
Okay.
Like every now and then you need to inject a wild card that is Kike or Rojas pitching. But I get the idea of you really, if you can preserve your arms, you want to try to do it. Like, I mean, because you never know who's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You never know who might end up getting hit in their hand by a pitch like Ohtani, or who may strain the oblique that they were lying about with Kike, like, or other pitchers. Like, if you have, and the Dodgers of all teams understand the idea of having to constantly shuffle your bullpen because you've got 3 or 4 guys hurt. I just feel like if you can preserve one of these guys, do it. If it's the 9th inning, 15-1, and you don't feel like watching stop watching.
Right.
Like, just stop watching.
Yeah, I understand that. I do. I totally understand that. I think, and I don't know how you strike a balance because it only comes into play when you have these really lopsided scores and you're not going to play a 15-1 game every single night. Maybe it is the benefit of the Dodgers being who they are right now that you tend to see more of it. But I see both sides of it. I would have preferred that they just get a real arm in there, let him get these 3. Even if Gervais comes in and gives up a run or 2, whatever. Because it got to 15-6. They actually had the bases loaded before Rojas got that final. It was deep at the wall.
But to me, that's great theater. You've got your bases loaded and a non-pitcher who has to get them out of this inning. Otherwise, it becomes the equivalent of like an NBA game.
Got to get your starters back.
Yeah, get your starters back in the game. Like, to me, that's great theater.
With pitchers being required to hit, being gone, besides, Ohtani obviously doing that. But, like, we used to have, like, the silliness of pitchers having to hit in a lineup. Let this happen. Let it be silly a little bit. It's fun.
I miss
gives
pitchers
us
hitting.
I so miss it.
I miss pitchers hitting.
Or just the strategy of having to decide when you take that pitcher out based on when they're about to come up to bat.
Yeah.
Like, did you grow up a National League guy? Because I did.
So, I grew up in the Bay Area, so we had both. We had the A's and the Giants. We had both. Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah. The beauty of the double switch. Not that, anybody could make a double switch, but doing it effectively was great. And I learned to appreciate the guys who could hit, right? I learned to appreciate when you get Kershaw there, right? Like, not only will you get a solid 8-9 innings out of Kershaw, he might give you a couple of hits. He might drive in a run. I mean, there was the game, I think it was opening day against the Giants when he scored the only run. He hit a solo home run. That was it.
I will never forget in the mid-2000s, I believe I was covering the game. No, I was actually with friends because I remember we were all losing our minds when Hong-Chi Kuo, remember him, middle reliever for the Dodgers back when pitchers did not hit. So Hong-Chi Kuo had maybe had like 5 at-bats in his major league career. He hit a home run because he had to hit, and then he flipped his bat. Like, this is what Hong-Chi Kuo does.
Absolutely.
Amazing. It's almost 20 years ago. I still remember this.
Even the guys who, like, Bartolo Colon was comedy at the plate. He would take 3 swings, and his helmet might be backwards by the time he was done. Like, I learned to appreciate that.
Yes.
So I guess that's a long way of saying maybe I should come around to your side and embrace the silliness of Miguel Rojas.
Everybody should always come around to my side on everything. Coming up next, Sports Graffiti, 877-710 ESPN, 877-3776. You can weigh in on Western Conference Finals, LeBron and the Lakers, anything with the Lakers this offseason, SGA, position players pitching, Dodgers, whatever you want. That is next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Luka has done that on the floor. He needs to do it for himself.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
As passionate as George is, we disagree about this all the time. I'm a locker room dynamics guy, and I'm of the opinion that when you have somebody who's been as successful as LeBron for as long as he's been great, he's made as much money as he's made, he's gotten as much influence as he has, all of these things, it is impossible, in my opinion, for any other individual to become the true leader.
That's a you problem, is what I would say. That is a you problem. If you can't walk in a room with another alpha and meet their alphaness to get, eye to eye, you're the problem, not the other guy.
Yeah, I don't see it that way. I really don't see it that way, George.
Well, then maybe you're a beta.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's Mace. Count on Jacob after a car accident. Count on Jacob after a rideshare crash. Count on Jacob after a motorcycle hit. Count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob.
Sedano and Cap are making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Hook the whole crew up with a trip to experience the all-new Shark Encounter, now open. Plus, fan favorites like Sea Lions Tonight and the all-new Dolphin Adventures. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway all week long on ESPN LA. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
Rams fans, DFAR here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason and Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason and Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you love Mason Ireland?
Why I love them? Because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, time for a little Sports Graffiti. Call in again with whatever you want to weigh in on. Let's begin with Cameron in Lake Forest. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm not sure if I'm LeBron James. I'm not sure if I want to go back to Cleveland because of the coach is on wishy-washy. LeBron James might be, acting coach-wise, and they have to trade somebody to get out the second apron.
Yeah, appreciate the call there, Cameron. I'm sure we'll talk about LeBron over the course of this show, this week, this whole summer.
Right.
But one
the
of
rest
the things,
of our lives.
the rest of our lives. Well, it may take that long before he eventually retires.
These are the days of our
Yeah,
lives.
because you said June, July,
Yes.
August.
But I think, for example, what you were talking about, Em, with him saying he might wait until July or August to make up his decision, which obviously is well past free agency. If you take him at his word, that to me reflects LeBron realizing I'm not going to get paid from anywhere what I think I should get paid.
Yeah.
Debate him, whatever, but this is what I think. Therefore, I'm going to see how how everything settles and what is the best situation for me to join. But there is no clear-cut, obvious best choice for LeBron.
No, what I keep saying about LeBron is that we're at a crossroads in terms of a guy being at the advanced age that he is, but still being as good as he is. This would be so much easier if LeBron were, 41 years old and a guy who was, I'm just trying to get a few minutes here and there. I'm going to be a support player, a role player. For a good chunk of the playoffs, he was the Laker focal point, and nobody can, I think, afford to pay him what he would want. while still maintaining their status as a contender.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky situation for everybody involved, including LeBron. Travis in Oxnard, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Travis?
Good afternoon. Hey, to that last caller's point, Atkinson needs to be gone, even though he's the greatest coach of all time analytically. But what I wanted to say was, as far as the Thunder goes, I've rooted for the Thunder in the past. I think I'm an unbiased opinion. I'm not a Thunder fan. But what's happening right now is, yes, you're right. They did build it beautifully. I like that most of these guys are homegrown. But when you're that good, you don't also need an extra whistle. For example, and I'm not a Laker fan, but when the Kobe Shaq were dominating the league, imagine if you got close to Shaq, there's a foul. And Shaq could just bulldoze you all day. Well, Shaq could bulldoze you all day, but that's not my point. Imagine if they're just Shaq's elbowing you in the face, not getting a call, this and that. And that's not what we watched with the Laker dynasty. And so that's why, even though I'm not a Laker fan, like, I respected that. I loved watching that. But, like, with this OKC thing, it's kind of just annoying. And it's similar to with Kansas City. Like, you're so good, you don't need an extra whistle. And sometimes when, like, Pat Mahomes gets an extra whistle, it's bothersome to us because you're good. You don't need the extra whistle. Well, and, I mean, that's all I got to say about it.
Appreciate the call there, Travis. What you're talking about, though, is so much in the eye of the beholder, because I can promise you, because I heard from these people, like, I wasn't doing this, but friends of mine who rooted for teams other than the Lakers during the Kobe Shaq era, they thought the Lakers got every whistle.
Oh, the Lakers get every call. I mean, if you're a non-Laker fan, the Lakers get every call.
Absolutely. That is still the perception now. It was the perception then. Every team you don't like gets the benefit of blank.
I saw a tweet. This actually was, somebody tweeted this at halftime of last night's game. Fun fact, if SGA shoots 52 more free throws in the last 2.5 games here, he'd still have shot fewer free throws in this series than Dwayne Wade did in the 06 finals. So there you go.
Yeah.
This is not a new thing.
I do think so much of this is perpetuated by social media and by these clips flying around everywhere.
Confirmation bias.
Confirmation bias, the, like, endless loop of echo chamber conversations. Like, I think what we're dealing with now isn't all that new. The way we consume it, though, is radically different. John in downtown L.A., you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, John?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey. I'm really curious. You know, the Walters got really creative with signing, or Mark Walter with signing Ohtani. Is it legal for a team to offer a player an ownership stake?
No.
I'm wondering if LeBron could be It's not.
No.
Okay. Do you have any other ideas, like how they could get creative?
Respectfully, John, if it were legal, they would have come up with that
one. Okay, but hear me out, Andy. So let's say, because the Clippers have faced no repercussions for clearly circumventing the salary cap. I know the investigation is ongoing, but I feel like if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. So if there's no punishment for circumventing the salary cap in a very clear way, the Lakers should do it too.
So you should create a no-show job, like an SEC football team.
Yeah, get Lemon Daddy to sponsor LeBron, but then LeBron doesn't have to be on any posters or anything. He doesn't have to do anything. He just gets paid the extra money.
Well, that was really where aspiration messed this thing up. Like, just show evidence that he's your guy. Right. Like there was no paper, like there was no visible trail.
Once.
Yeah, do something.
Just a appearance. Just one appearance.
Right. Like something. Even what? Is it Reebok? Who is he with? He's at Nike or whatever. They have him in these commercials.
Yeah, just help us help you circumvent the cap.
New Bell. That's it. New Bell.
Yeah, help us help you. Mateo in Covina. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Mateo?
Hey, what's going on, crew? So to Emily's point about not hearing anything about the Clippers thing, it's probably because Adam Silver doesn't want to take away attention from the playoffs. But my question for you guys is, you had mentioned that the OKC are villains, but let's pivot to baseball. Who are the villains of baseball?
The Dodgers.
Would it be like Manny Machado?
Oh, in terms of individuals?
No, but I mean individual players, yeah.
Machado's definitely a villain for Dodger fans, for LA fans. I'm trying to think nationally.
PCA.
Pete Crow Armstrong is,
Tatis is up there.
He had his run-in with
Bryce
the
Harper,
fans.
if you're not a Phillies fan, can be like that because he's
Or if you
bombastic.
are a dentist and you watch him brush his teeth the way he does.
You're right. Like Aaron Judge doesn't have enough personality to be a villain. He's too good. So there's not that.
Well, that's what I think is really interesting about the Dodgers being
Juan
the
Soto.
villains. Juan Soto. The Dodgers are a villain as a collective.
But individually.
No, they're an extremely likable team.
Yeah. Except for like Dalton Rushing is trying to make himself into a villain, but he doesn't have enough national presence.
I was going to say, most people
don't know who Dalton Rushing is.
There are honestly some Dodger fans that probably could barely recognize him.
Ohtani, Freeman, Betts, they're all likable. Will Smith is pretty low key. Yeah. There's just no real.
I mean, nobody hates Max Muncy. Right? Really gets under my skin. Kike Hernandez. That doesn't happen.
No.
They're just, I'm trying to think of who is the most unlikable Dodger? Sort of objectively speaking.
That is known.
Currently.
Currently that is well known.
Well known enough.
I'm really struggling to come up with one. I don't know.
Maybe Kyle Tucker. There was a bunch of stuff with the Cubs last year, teammate rift and stuff like that. But yeah, there's nobody that stands out on the Dodgers.
I'll be honest. I don't know a single thing about Kyle Tucker personally, personality-wise. I obviously know who he is and knew who he was before the Dodgers got him. But
and I will say the people that are talking the most crap after the first World Series win for the Dodgers are no longer on the team. So it's like Chris Taylor on that podcast, Joe Kelly. I talked about the whole thing of
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly was
Joe Kelly.
He was a very hateable Dodger.
The whole thing of we knew the Yankees, if we put it in play, that we could get it done. That could be seen as kind of being villainous, but those guys are no longer on the Dodgers.
Yeah. I think the answer was recently Joe Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I get why people didn't like him.
I think there's still a mural in Silver Lake with him poking his bottom lip out, right? Yeah, the boo-boo face, as he called it. There is a mural, there was at least, in Silver Lake.
I mean, we didn't mention any of the Astros as hateable people, right?
Oh, the Astros.
Yeah, all of them.
Jose Altuve. We can keep going.
Correa.
Alex Bregman. Just keep going.
Yeah, it is probably a bunch of assorted Astros. Do we have time for one more, Em?
Let's do one more.
One more real quick. Let's go Joe in Newport Beach. You're on Sports Graffiti.
Hey, guys. Love the show. I have the solution to the NBA replay situation. But real quick, I wanted to mention that you guys were, sorry about my dog. You were talking about position players pitching with the Angels a few years ago. I can't remember who they were playing, but they brought in a position player to pitch. So Anthony Rendon, who's a right-handed hitter, decides to bat left-handed, and he actually hit a home run. So that's kind of one of the crazy things that can happen when you bring in position players. But real quick, the NBA review, all you got to do is say you get one review, 2 minutes left in the game, and that's it. Because with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, a bad call is not going to decide the outcome of the game. You get one review challenge, 2 minutes to go in the game. If you get it right, you get to keep it, and that's it. And that would, I think Mason and Ireland would be happy about that.
Just on the chat, our own Better Duran. Replay talk. Where's Ireland when you need it? John loves some replay talk.
Love that replay
Star
talk.
effing driven town.
I would say I'd make it maybe not last 2 minutes, but just the last 2 minutes of every quarter. How about that? So you can get, those end of quarter momentum swings.
My big fix to the whole replay thing is it should all be reviewed by Sea Caucus under a time limit. The original refs should not be involved in this at all because you are looking to overrule one of them. Yeah. They should be removed altogether, and there should be a time limit. And you have the people over the league office. They take a look at it. What they decide goes. You have 30 seconds tops.
The time limit is important because some of these things just drag on and on.
You would think they're watching the Zapruder film.
Basically, yes.
Or they're CIA ops going through some type of exercise. It's a foul call.
If you don't see it right away, let's just move on.
Exactly. All right, coming up, Katie Wu from The Athletic covers the Dodgers. She's going to join us next. She has a piece out about how the fan chatter is getting to Mookie Betts. So we're going to talk about that. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland.
Ramona Shelburne is here. What's going on down the street, do you think, in the Lakers offices right now?
Look, I think they're all digesting Dave's story, which was essentially LeBron was offended. There's actually videos that you can watch of that moment. LeBron clapped, but people who saw him in that moment could tell he was a little upset. Now, it's confirmation bias, so when you have a feeling of how somebody feels about you, and I think LeBron has felt taken for granted, in LA, at least this year, maybe for the whole time he's been here. He's never been embraced the way Kobe was. He's never really been appreciated. Even the championship he won, it was in the bubble. So there was no parade here. That connection with him in the city never materialized the way that it did in, let's say, Cleveland or Miami. And he's been here a long time.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA.
This World Cup season, the ultimate watch party experience is at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow-braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
we got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Go. New Blue Sun, otherwise known as the Andre 3000 Jazz Flute album.
A flute album.
It's really, really good.
Is the name of the song something we can't say?
This is, I believe...
This is actually the opening track.
This is the opening track, which is safe for work. Not to get too deep or almost too downer, but this is a song I often listen to, like, if I'm dealing with kind of sadness.
Oh.
Kind of getting myself through a
I
period
would
of
use
sadness.
this album to write.
Yes.
Would
I
Mookie
do
Betts
too.
listen to this after the slump he went through?
Ooh, maybe.
Well, you know who we could ask about this because she covers the Dodgers for The Athletic and knows the team as well as anybody. So Katie Wu might have some opinions on this. Katie, appreciate you joining us. And one of the reasons we wanted to have you on was to talk about your latest piece where Mookie Betts, you know, he's coming off a really nice game last night, but he's been struggling for a while. And he admitted that the stuff from the fans is getting to him now more than stuff that athletes always hear has done for him in the past. Why do you think that is now?
Yeah, guys. Hi, nice to talk to you. And it's a great question. When I was talking to Mookie yesterday, I asked him if he felt like it was surprising that the outside noise was getting to him a little bit more than maybe previous in his career. And I think we, just in the industry, maybe take for granted what players are going through each day. And when Mookie obviously has not had a strong start to the season, the oblique strain cost him 4 weeks, the offensive production has been what it is, and he's wearing that hard. You know, he told me it's not like I'm out there trying to sabotage the team. He's actively trying to go out there and play like Mookie Betts. He just hasn't had that success yet. Yesterday, obviously, a good sign in the right direction. But I think that wears on you when you're a player and you have as high expectations for yourself and for your team as the Dodgers do and as Mookie Betts does. And I think it was maybe needed for him to be as candid as he was and saying, hey, I don't feel super supported by all of the fans right now. You know, he was very complimentary about the rest of the fan base and saying, you know, I know that the ones in the stadiums and, you know, a couple of bad messages don't speak for the entire fan base. But, you know, he did say that the hate was starting to wear on him. So he deleted his social media, tried to get himself into a better headspace. 2 homers and a 3-hit night yesterday will probably help with that. But, yeah, it was a good reminder that these athletes are human and are dealing with a lot of things outside of the box score.
I mean, are you surprised, Katie, that there has been this much vitriol toward a guy who, I mean, forget even the totality of his career, just what he has meant since he's been with the Dodgers? Surprised that there was that much, I guess, negativity toward him.
nothing really surprises me about social media anymore, guys. But I do understand the sentiment because this is a guy who's, a beloved franchise favorite since coming over in 2020. 3 World Series champions. He moved from being a Gold Glover in right field to learn shortstop, was a Gold Glove finalist in that position as well. He's really, sacrificed so much of his body and his time to be the best Dodger possible. But baseball is so much of a what have you done for me right now business. I mean, if the back-to-back champs are wearing it, everybody is, right? So it's early. It's May. We've just now passed the 50-plus games mark. There's still plenty of baseball to go. I don't think that what we've seen from Mookie Betts right now on the offensive side is indicative of who he's going to be his entire season. But, he did point out that, since he was hurt in 2024, felt like the offensive production has not matched up what he wants it to be. We know what 2025 looked like, the worst numbers of his career. So to carry that into this season and have it go off the way that it did and start the way that it did, it's frustrating, and I think Mookie understands that from the fan base perspective. But, I think he does. At the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. And if he said, the hate's become too much, I need to delete my social medias for a while, that's ultimately what you got to do.
Talking with Katie Wu. She covers the Dodgers for The Athletic. She's also one of the hosts of the Dodger Territory podcast. You can follow her on Twitter at Katie J. Wu. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant in for the guys. One last question on this, and I kind of putting you on the spot to, I guess, psychoanalyze Mookie Betts a bit, but how much of this do you think could be just Mookie recognizing I'm getting older, my body is starting to betray me a bit, and because of that, it's harder to know for sure that I can turn all this around. You know what I mean? Like, in the past, in his prime, I'm sure Mookie could take for granted, I'm Mookie Betts, this will turn around. He's not necessarily at that place anymore.
So I asked him a version of that same question, and I think it's fair to point out the age of the Dodgers roster. They're the oldest active roster in baseball, and I asked him, because he mentioned a couple times that he's 33 and he's learning things, and it's not the same as he was when he was 21, but he still feels like he can be the same player. And I'll read this quote that he told me from the story on The Athletic. He said, "I think I'm so much more knowledgeable about the game now. I truly believe I'm a better player now. I just need to find that cue to keep up with what's going. Once I find that cue, we saw last year in September, I can still play. I can still be who I am." So I can understand, and Mookie's not the only one facing age questions, obviously. There's Freddie Freeman comes to mind, Teoscar Hernandez, all these guys getting older. But the way that Mookie talks about what he knows about the game and how he knows his body and how he knows his performance, I actually think, plays into the frustration of it not being able to translate in the box score. We talked to him after his big night yesterday, and he said it just felt like the work was finally translating. He's been putting in a ton of work. Nobody is questioning Mookie Betts' work ethic. That dude is there basically as early as he can be before the 7-10 game. He's taking BP on the field. He's on all the hitters meetings. He's taking extra reps in the cage. He just felt like the work wasn't translating, but he doesn't think it's because of how old he is. He actually thinks his age right now is an advantage into how he can play the game. He just hasn't seen the results yet. Yesterday, again, a good start in the right direction.
You mentioned Freddie Freeman, and I know for a while, Freddie was talking about he wants to extend the contract. He wants to play till he's 40. He wants to chase 3,000 hits. Seems like he's conceding, and anybody who has kids know having kids will change you. That now having another child, having a daughter, maybe he's reevaluating. Have you gotten a sense from Freddie that the priorities are starting to change in terms of his career arc?
It's a great question, and the article that Ken Rosenthal had out, I think, really shows that Freddie Freeman is an official girl dad now. They tend to tug on your heartstrings a little bit more than the boys, and you hear this from a lot of veteran athletes who can justify being away from their kids more than they want to because they're able to bring their children to the ballpark and give them those once-in-a-lifetime experiences. But Freddie said, I'll be 40 in 3.5 years, and my daughter won't remember any of these experiences. So it is weighing on his heartstrings. And I think Freddie has said continuously, even before his daughter was born, that he doesn't want to be a lug on this Dodgers club. He wants to retire as a Dodger, but he's not expecting it if he can't play well. If his play doesn't earn an extension, then he's not going to have any hard feelings towards the Dodgers front office or Andrew Friedman. And I think it's interesting to watch as this plays on, especially as we head into 2027 and being unsure of what the baseball landscape looks like with a potential work stoppage looming, how all of this can change. So We'll see. I thought it was again. I appreciate players like Freddie and Mookie being candid with real life things. We tend to forget they're more than just ball players. So we'll see how that goes. But as we're talking to Freddie, it's interesting to monitor because he said all along, I want to retire as a Dodger. I want to play until I'm 40. 3,000 hits means a lot to Freddie Freeman, but as you get older and as your family develops, things change. So definitely something to keep an eye on over the next couple of years.
These are also, too, Katie, and we're talking with Katie Wu. She covers the Dodgers for The Athletic. She's one of the hosts of the Dodger Territory podcast. Follow her on Twitter at Katie J. Wu. These are conversations that you can have about the Dodgers or often do when it's May, and we know that we're in kind of the doldrums or the required part of the season before you get to the playoffs and what everyone really cares about. How do you think they stay engaged for this, or what keeps them engaged for the slog piece of this?
Yeah, honestly, that's what I was interested in finding out when I came over to the Dodgers beat, and it was quickly answered to me. They really care about playing every day, and they understand that it's 162 and their season really starts in October. But this is a group of guys that are so committed into showing up and doing the little things right every day. When I remember walking into spring training, and usually with some clubs, pitchers and catchers report or the very early position players, it's a little lackadaisical. Guys are getting their work in, just kind of adjusting. Not in Dodgerland. It was very much, all right, boys are here, let's get down to business. And you can see these guys who know they're going to be playing deep into October, still not wanting to take a day off. I mean, Dave Roberts has probably one of the hardest jobs in baseball in terms of getting guys to take days. Like, you're not going to get Mookie out of this lineup. You're not going to get Freddie out or Will Smith. I mean, Shohei Ohtani, that's been a thing all season long, and trying to load manage and get Ohtani as much rest as possible. These are guys that want to be in the lineup every single day and are essentially going to fight their manager until told otherwise. And I think that's how they get through the regular season, because, yes, they know it's kind of a slog, especially right now in April, May. But these are the guys that actively, truly want to be on the field every single day, and that goes a long way in a baseball season, not just the regular season, but what should be another long postseason as well.
Looking more short term, as in tonight, Shohei Ohtani is scheduled to pitch. I know that is still on track, but after taking a pitch off his hand last night, it was sort of up in the air about whether he was going to hit. Any insight as to whether we see two-way Shohei or just pitcher Shohei?
Great question. I think Dave Roberts, and he said this before, he's going to go on a week-by-week decision with Shohei. They are aided by a team off day at home, no travel tomorrow, so essentially a little bit more time for Shohei to recover. My gut tells me, and this is just speculation, that the Dodgers were able to blow out the Rockies so badly yesterday and get Shohei out of there. That was more precautionary than anything with the hit involving the hit by pitch. The fact that he was able to get 4 innings off last night gives him a good case for Dave Roberts to do two-way Shohei things, especially with the off day, no travel tomorrow. So my gut feeling tells me that he will do both, but I, again, will not be surprised. I think, again, Dave Roberts has had to walk a really tight line in terms of making sure he can get the most out of Shohei as a hitter and a pitcher on days that he starts. But, guys, we know that when he's doing both, his leash is not going to be as long as a starter. I think Dave Roberts has said as much. There are going to be days where Shohei's not hitting in the lineup that Dave is ready and comfortable pushing him to 7 or more innings. When he is hitting in the lineup on his pitching start days, not so much. They also have to take into consideration the bullpen. The bullpen right now has been pretty well rested, so everyone should be ready to go. Which makes me feel like that Ohtani will hit today, because you can make him have a little bit of a shorter leash, knowing the bullpen has your back, and you have the off day going into tomorrow.
All right, last question for you, Katie. We can drag you into a debate we were having earlier. You mentioned how the Dodgers blew out the Rockies last night, which afforded Dave Roberts a little bit of leeway with how he handled Shohei. It also allowed for the opportunity to put Miguel Rojas on the mound and have a position player out there. I love the ridiculousness and theater of position players pitching. Marcus and the Blue Review co-host Greg Bergman, they don't enjoy this stuff. They want real pitchers out there, game going quicker. How do you feel about it?
I don't mind it, but if I was commissioner, what a concept. If both teams are using position players as pitchers, call it. All right, let's call it a day. We don't need to do this anymore. It's 15-1. It's 10 o'clock at night, and both guys are on there. I mean, I did like that a pitcher went deep. That was pretty cool. But overall, if both teams have conceded to having a position player on the mound pitching, in quotes, that ball game is over. Call it. Let's go home, shake hands, high fives, see you tomorrow.
That's actually the correct answer. I think we actually landed on the way to solve this. She is Katie Wu. She covers the Dodgers for The Athletic. She's also the host of the Dodgers Territory podcast. Follow her on Twitter at Katie J. Wu. Really appreciate the time, Katie. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
You got it, guys. Talk soon.
This is why we talk to Katie. She comes on the Blue Review every once in a while. Katie has all the answers.
Yes, she does. Come hang out with Mason and on the Mason and Ireland show tomorrow featuring Beto Duran and Marcas Grant. Thursday, noon to 3 at Chino City Hall for the Oral Hershiser Chevrolet grand opening celebration. Join Dodgers legend Oral Hershiser, Travis's idol. Him and Fernando. Special guests, community leaders, and many, many more for an exciting afternoon celebrating Chino's newest dealership, all thanks to Hershiser Chevrolet. Coming up, Brian Windhorst of ESPN said the Lakers need to explain to LeBron why he won't get a max deal, or he suspects he won't. That's next, Mason Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. Have you become a part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew? Well, if you haven't, why haven't you? The Blue Review presented by LAX each weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. with me, Gregory Arthur Bergman, thanks, Cappy, and Marcus Grant. We're talking Dodgers baseball first thing in your day and getting you warmed up for the Sedano and Cap morning show. The Blue Review on our ESPN LA YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Weekdays at 6:30 a.m. Live and always on demand. Your home for real Dodgers talk, ESPN LA.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. The hard iced tea taste you know and love, but with an 8% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and brings your daytime drinking to the next level. Just look for the bright yellow cans in the cooler and get ready to dial up the fun. Big flavor, extreme kick. Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all-electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next-level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet, conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I'm a health assistant. I work in public education.
I'm a contractor.
I have 3 jobs. I work 6 days a week.
It is very expensive to live in California.
Healthcare is unaffordable. Utilities are skyrocketing.
Tom has been fighting for Californians for years.
Tom Steyer helped get free school lunches for children.
Tom took on big oil, big tobacco, big corporations.
When Tom is governor, he'll fight for us, not them.
Tom wants to cut utility rates by 25%.
Deliver single-payer, guaranteed health care.
Take on the big corporations and make California affordable.
Javier Becerra has taken thousands from big oil.
With Becerra, it's not going to get better for working people.
Tom can't be bought.
That's why working Californians like me are getting behind Tom Steyer.
Together, we can beat the special interests.
I can't do it by myself. I need you guys to be with me, and we need to do this together.
Vote Tom Steyer for governor, June 2nd.
Ad paid for by Steyer for Governor 2026.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for one time. Why not?
Back to the guys.
New Blue Sun, baby.
I love that we're all in on the Flute album today. I guess between me, you, and Brian, since we're all fans of the album.
So what a cliche sports talk radio playing jazz flute albums.
Yeah.
But Dr. Cerruti is listening to us. He's operating on John's eyeballs.
Between this album and Cerruti's voice,
oh yeah,
Ireland is he's just in a blissful state right now.
He's going to go back for seconds.
It's got to be.
He's going to get more LASIK just for the fun of it. Yeah, it's so good. Okay, before we get to this question of LeBron and what Wendy said, Marcus, you raised my attention to something during the break that actually has enraged me.
Yeah, so I got this from a friend of mine. The University of New Mexico football, they did a schedule release video. You know, the NFL teams do them.
Yeah, I love them.
New Mexico has done a schedule release video done in the theme of the Sopranos opening. So it's, woke up this morning, it's a guy driving down Yeah, driving down the highway in Albuquerque. It's random shots of scenery in Albuquerque, and they, mention some players' names, and they do the whole schedule release.
Okay, this upsets me so much. Breaking Bad is set in New Mexico, in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You've got the opening credits with the chemical compounds, the periodic table that you could use for the teams you're going to play.
Yeah.
It's just as sinister. It's the same vibe. This is basic bleep, man. How do you not see? I've not even seen this schedule release thing. I haven't even seen it, and I'm angry about this.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole. It even has the whole HBO original programming open. It's the whole nine.
As somebody who loves sports and pop culture and has done a little bit of marketing, like freelance stuff, this upsets me. Very much. It's so obvious.
It's right there.
Did it upset you when the Jets did it for the HBO, when they did Hard Knocks, and it had Robert Saleh do it the same drive that Tony Soprano did? It's in New Jersey.
That's fine. That makes sense. Okay. Like, there's a direct connection. New Jersey is Sopranos territory. That there are a lot of Jets fans from Jersey, basic area. I think actually some of the Sopranos were Jets fans, if I remember correctly.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that makes sense. The University of New Mexico makes no sense with the Sopranos, and Breaking Bad is right there.
They could have gotten Brian, probably. They could have gotten Aaron. Aaron seems to say yes to everything.
Yeah.
He has Casamigos.
Could you imagine that? You get Jesse Pinkman to show up for your schedule.
Aaron Paul's saying yes to a lot of things.
Oh, you get the twins?
Yeah.
They could have done this thing so well.
They could have done Hermanos.
Saul. You could have had
Pollos Hermanos.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Oh yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm enraged.
Okay, so we need to tweet at the University of New Mexico their football program.
I want you to bring on their social people, Emily. Somebody has to explain this.
Okay, I got their video director.
Get them on immediately. So, Brian Windhorst on one of the ESPN shows.
It's actually on his Hoops Collective.
Oh, Hoop Collective podcast.
I'm adding S's.
With him and the Tims. I listen regularly. Love that show. He said that, right now all eyes are on LeBron and whether or not he's going to return to the Lakers, for how much, if he leaves, who will pay him X, whatever. That LeBron's camp reportedly, or at least in Windhorst's understanding, they're going to want an explanation from the Lakers if they offer him anything less than a max contract. And also seeing Windhorst noted that James and his camp want the Lakers to make a max offer. And if it's anything less, they need to just explain why. Who are they targeting? That part of it makes sense. Like, what are you going to do with the savings? Like, that is a natural plan for LeBron. Or just what are you going to do with this roster in general? The reasons, though, that LeBron would not be getting a max offer, they know the reasons.
Of course. But they want you to say it.
Right.
They want you to say it out loud.
I mean, the honest reason is, A, you're not going to be able to improve the team if you bring back LeBron at $50-ish million combined with what is expected that Austin Reaves is going to make and Luka's salary. You're going to be landlocked into running the thing back.
Yeah.
And running it back with little to no flexibility to do anything moving forward because you're not going to trade LeBron.
Right.
Certainly not without his permission. Like, you're not going to you're not going to Anthony Davis him, respectfully to AD. Like, you're not going to do that to LeBron.
Right.
So at that point, you have $50-ish million that you can't do anything with other than just LeBron as a player, and that's great. Still can play, but there's so little maneuverability combined with, at that point, Bronny essentially becomes a no-trade clause.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to sideswipe LeBron by
shipping his son out.
Right. So at that point, it's like 55-ish or so, $56 million worth of intractable contract. And in all honesty, LeBron's he's not a $50 million player.
Not at this point. And I think the bigger point to this is you're spending so much money there, between that, whatever you're paying Austin Reaves, that you can't really improve the team. And I think you saw, now granted, you didn't have Luka in the playoffs. You didn't really have Reaves for much of your playoff run. But you also see how big the gap is between you and the Spurs, you and the Thunder. And to tie up that much money means you can't really do much to close that gap at all.
No. I mean, you would essentially be, whether because you were stuck or whether because you wanted to, looking to run it back. Maybe you add somebody with an exception. Maybe DeAndre Ayton opts out, or you move him, or Marcus Smart up. But like, you're looking at basically the same core. At that point, you likely go over the cap to re-sign Rui, Luke Kennard, like whatever. But you're looking at the same group, and your hope would be, or the rationalization would be, that month of March, that's who we think we really are. And we just need to cross our fingers for good health.
Yeah, but I still think, even with good health, I don't think they're as good as OKC. I think they're better. Maybe they win a game, maybe a couple games in that series. They're still not good enough to get by the Thunder, even if everything is perfect, if everybody's healthy. LeBron is still the third option going behind Luka and Reaves. They're still just not good enough at that point.
Right, and the other thing, too, is, I mean, this is an impolite way of putting it that I don't think the Lakers would do unless they had to. And look, they should be trying to be as respectful towards LeBron in this process as possible. Like, LeBron has earned that.
Yes.
But, like, nobody else is going to pay you $50-ish million. Like, nobody else can, like, short of completely reconfiguring their roster or doing some type of sign and trade, and they need to be on the second apron and yada, yada, yada. Nobody else is going to pay you that.
Right.
Most teams can't, but I don't think they would, even if they could.
I think there's also several things in play, right? That understanding that we're nearing the end for LeBron. And
yes,
he hasn't said anything, but I think everybody sort of believes he wants a farewell tour.
That's interesting. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I think whether he wants it or not, I don't think he's going to do it.
Okay. But I think it would just be weird because people keep saying maybe he goes back to Cleveland, or I know there's been some chat.
There was
maybe
a
he goes to
baker
the Warriors.
that said that he is going to come back to Cleveland because somebody had ordered food from him, I guess.
Yes, like Charles Oakley went to a bakery in Cleveland, and Charles said he talked to Maverick Carter and said it was like a 95% chance of him
But
going.
I will say that's not nothing, because back in 2018, a similar thing happened where I think it was not a bakery, but like a cupcake shop had a similar insider knowledge, and it turned out to be true.
Well, let me just say this. Ty Lue was so certain he was going to be hired by the Lakers to be their coach. He had a purple and gold cake ready to go. Like, baked goods mean nothing in terms of this calculus. Like, you can't rely purely on baked goods.
I don't know. I mean, wasn't it that I heard that it was like women at a nail shop in Dallas were the first to find out about the Luka trade or something like that? Like, that was the whole thing?
Their ears
it was
to the ground.
It was like making the Real Housewives circuit in
Ramona
Dallas that Luka got
her
traded?
Uber driver in Cleveland had an inside track on LeBron coming back too. So, I know Ramona was really using him as a source.
But yeah, I mean, I think it would be odd. I mean, maybe this is what he wants, if he wants a chance to win somewhere, but to like go and be somewhere for a year, right? Even go back to Cleveland, or going to the Warriors. I don't know how they would make it work because these teams are both well over, I think, the second apron for both of them. It would just seem weird. It would be, 10 years from now, like, hey, remember LeBron in a Warriors jersey? That was crazy.
It's very Emmett Smith with the Cardinals.
Right.
Hey, what about the Wizards? I heard that too.
Oh, that is not happening. Like, I will say this right now, and I do not know.
He loves Anthony Davis.
I do not know LeBron well at all in my time covering him. If LeBron is looking to go to the Wizards, I will stage an intervention. Like, absolutely not. Is LeBron James?
MJ did it.
He is absolutely not. We saw how that worked. LeBron is not ending his career as an effing wizard. I will not let that happen.
I feel like we do as a general population need to band together and prevent that.
That is LeBron deserves better than that. And what's going to be interesting about this from the Lakers' perspective is LeBron is much closer to the end than the beginning, and they do need to prioritize future forward building this roster. But LeBron's still playing at a high enough level that replacing him will not be easy if he walked.
No, not at all. And I think that, again, that's sort of the conundrum that the Lakers find themselves in because, yes, he took that role as the third option late in the season. But when Reaves and Luka got hurt and they had to come back to LeBron, he showed you, like, okay, maybe he can't do it for 35, 40 minutes, but in stretches he can be that guy that says, okay, come along, I'm going to try to pull this thing as far as I can.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his performance in the playoffs was not good enough because they got eliminated in the second round. They got swept. But he was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was pretty good, and
They wouldn't have gotten past the first round without him.
Absolutely not. There's no chance they would have gotten that far. And he was playing a role that, frankly, he shouldn't have been at this point. We saw in March what the model looked like. But it's going to be interesting because it's the first time in LeBron's career where he really does not have a ton of leverage, and a team has found the exit ramp from the LeBron era before he found the exit ramp away from that team.
Yeah.
But they can't just walk away clean from LeBron with no ramifications whatsoever.
Yeah. It's a big summer. Big summer for Rob Pelinka.
It is.
The biggest summer ever. Tune in to ESPN LA 710.
But this time we mean it. We know we've said it before, but this time we're telling the truth. Top athletes, big moments. One night, the OC Sports Awards, hosted by Travis Rogers, June 18th at Angel Stadium. Celebrate greatness. Be part of one of Orange County premier sports nights. Get your tickets now at the OCSportsAwards.org. JJ Redick received 3 third-place votes for Coach of the Year. Was that enough? And is it fortunate that he didn't actually win the award? We'll explain that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The personalities you know.
So I shot back. I said, at least our last Super Bowl team is still alive.
Wow. That's dark.
I apologize to all the living Super Bowl championship Raiders.
The personalities you know, the teams you love, the station you spend time with every day. LA's mega sports station. ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
I know we just had a 3-day weekend, but I was wondering how to extend it into 7. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
There's a casita or daybed with your name on it at Oasis Pool. Reserve one today.
Number 2.
Catch AC/DC tribute band Noise Pollution Thursday, June 4th, free with your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Manitou Cruise pontoon boat. Be here May 31st, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Lease a brand new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium CVT for just $259 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment, VIN TY 521782, MSRP $37,275, $3688 due at signing. $259 a month plus tax? Check out Subaru of Glendale. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. 10,000 miles a year. Model code TDD-11. Subaru Motors Finance. Lease rates extended to well-qualified buyers with above-average credit. Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers may qualify.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
First show on the radio, and it's all I listen to all day, and every day I can't wait to listen to you guys.
That is so nice.
So nice, you man.
Mason and Ireland.
These guys are a whole bunch of fools.
Back to the guys.
Andre 3000 Day over at 710 ESPN. It is his birthday. Happy 51st.
Happy 51st.
He's done some good acting, too.
He has. I'm trying to think. The first one that comes to mind was Be Cool. Was it Be Cool? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in that. He had a recurring role in The Shield that he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I never saw this, but he played Jimi Hendrix in a really limited release. I'm shocked I've never seen it.
I know that it exists.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I think it's called like Be By Your Side or something like that, but I've heard he's really good in it.
All right.
Also in Semi-Pros, Coffee Black.
Of course. How did we forget that?
Oh,
Great.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really talented guy, man. He's just super talented.
Totally. Absolutely. And he's just, I guess it comes with being creative. It's kind of a different way of thinking about the world.
I was just told he was in Charlotte's Web.
Was he?
Was he a voice in Charlotte's Web?
He had to be a voice, right?
Jonathan, was that you? He's in Charlotte's Web.
Okay.
I
sure.
Did not even realize that came out.
No idea.
But good for him. All right, so the coach of the year in the NBA was just released, and Joe Mazzulla, Boston Celtics coach, who is a fanatic of the movie The Town.
Yeah. I think you could have stopped at fanatic, because I think that just he's a different cat.
He's an intense dude.
He's a really intense dude.
He's an intense weirdo. He's a good coach. Very good coach.
Yes.
But he is, like, put it this way. He's so intense. Like, JJ Redick looks at him and is like, relax, my man.
Dude, you got to calm down.
Like, really. It ain't that serious.
Take it down a notch.
He is Joe Mazzulla is wound.
Yeah.
Sicko.
Yeah.
He is he's a sicko. He's an absolute sicko. But he won, and I get it. I know Laker fans won't like it, but I get it. I mean, the Celtics went most of the year without Jason Tatum. They let some guys go in anticipation of a gap year. 2 seed in the East. The top 3 guys were him, J.B. Bickerstaff from the Pistons, and Mitch Johnson from the Spurs. J.J. Redick got 3 third-place votes.
Mm-hmm.
In total, he tied for 7th with Tiago Splitter. And on one hand, he got 5 third-place votes last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it could seem on the surface like he got less respect. I actually think he got more this time around, because it was a deeper field of coaches who got votes. Like last year, Redick came in 6th out of 6 total coaches who got votes at all.
Mm-hmm.
This year, a grand total 12 coaches got votes.
Okay.
So I think in a lot of ways, he actually managed to distinguish himself in a season where a lot of coaches did a really good job.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I had no problem with Mazzulla winning it just because of what you said. I don't think people expected the Celtics to be this competitive this year. So that, that doesn't surprise me. Bickerstaff getting 2nd place doesn't surprise me with what the Pistons were able to do. I also think a lot of this is, look, year 1, there were questions about J.J. Redick. Could he do the job? Could he do the job in Los Angeles? And I think we saw what he was able to do. And I just think, maybe not getting as many votes was sort of a sign of, hey, we know you can do this job. We know that you can take this team to where, what is he got? Back-to-back quality seasons now as the head coach.
50-plus season. I think
50
first time since Pat Riley did it, I think, as his first 2 seasons.
So maybe it's a little bit of, hey, we know you can do this, and maybe not expect you to do it, but I think there's less surprise here. So I don't look at it as disrespect that he got fewer third-place votes.
No, and I would say I'm pretty happy with the way JJ has progressed as a coach. I think there's still things he needs to learn. Like all coaches, he will have areas where he is stubborn or can have blind spots, but I think he's progressed a lot over the course of his second season. If you look at the amount of injuries he's had to deal with, roster changes, like for a guy that I think can at times be a little bit intractable, he's also, I think, been pretty flexible when he's needed to be.
I think he's had to be,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, you talk about having to navigate through injuries, not having Austin Reaves at the start of the season, you know, losing Luka at points during the year, just trying to figure out rotations and, you know, honestly, getting LeBron to accept a secondary role late in the season.
Thirdendary.
Exactly. Was it tertiary? Would that be the word?
Might be.
Okay, sure. That's what we'll go with. I think there's something to be said for that. And I honestly contend that I don't know how many other coaches could have done it. I think that prior relationship between Redick and LeBron made that conversation a lot easier than it would have been if it were, say, you know, Darvin Ham or something like that in the past.
Or if it had been Bob Hurley.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I mean, this is where as much as...
Or Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley.
Yeah.
There have been the perception of the Lakers hiring LeBron's podcast partner because that's the way you keep LeBron happy. And obviously they want to hire a coach that LeBron would like because you always want to hire coaches that your stars want to play for. But you're correct. Like, those relationships matter. And that JJ walked into the building with LeBron's respect. Like, getting buy-in is really hard.
Yes.
Like, that's one of the things that makes, if not the greatest thing that makes Dave Roberts so good at his job. He's great at getting buy-in. That is hard to do with a bunch of alpha male millionaires.
And especially alpha male millionaires who've had success, right? LeBron's won championships. Luka has had success. It is a lot harder than walking into a room with a bunch of young players who are still trying to figure things out. You can do that there. You talk about Dave Roberts. I mean, I think that was the thing that, you know, Dave Roberts, I think you go back to a lot of great coaches on championship level teams. Steve Kerr, I think, being that with the Warriors. Getting these guys to sort of see your vision and all kind of come behind it when they've already figured out how to win in other venues. I think that's hard to do.
It's super. It's honestly, I think even more than X's and O's, even more than anything else, getting all these guys on the same page and frankly, keeping them from killing each other over the course of a season, like that much alpha male and money and, you know, privilege in a lot of way, keeping them all moving in the same direction. That's hard, man.
Yeah, no, it is. It's learning your personnel, learning, you know, who needs a pat on the back, who needs a kick in the butt. I mean, those are the sort of the little things you got to learn, and how to get them to follow your idea and maybe make it think it's their idea all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, this offseason, you know, we joked about it, the biggest season biggest offseason Lakers history, and this time we really mean it. But there really is going to be a lot on Rob Pelinka. You know, Mark Walter, people may forget, was a minority owner of the team before he became majority. I am guessing he took over with some formed opinions of Rob Pelinka. I'm sure he'd been paying attention. And I imagine Rob is going to have to impress Mark Walter in ways that maybe he didn't have to with Jeannie because of that personal relationship.
Do you think that extends to J.J. Redick himself? That maybe he's not under as much scrutiny from new ownership, but he is, by extension, sort of attached to Rob Pelinka.
I would say that you're never totally safe just because if you look at the patterns of new ownerships and often when they take over, there's often a pattern of installing their guys. And if they started installing more of their guys and Rob Pelinka either isn't here or no longer has the same sway or Jeannie no longer has quite the same sway, it obviously doesn't keep JJ as safe. That being said, when I look at JJ, I don't see anything that stands out that would make him unsafe.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. I mean, like I said, he's done the job. I think he's dealt with the expectations. I think in year one exceeded the expectations for sure. So I didn't say that to suggest he was maybe on the hot seat. But again, to your point, new owners, they want to bring in their own people. They sort of want to build it in their image. And, you know, for J.J. Redick, you weren't necessarily there and part of the original plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think J.J. would be safer if I had to guess than Rob, although I don't think either one of them right now is particularly unsafe. I just think J.J. has given more reasons to be safe than I would say Rob has. Coming up, going to play a little fast track. That is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The
home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. And now from Good Karma Brands, here is Sam Pines.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands and ESPN LA. When we purchased ESPN LA in 2022, in collaboration with the Walt Disney Company, I knew LA had great teams. I didn't realize how passionate the ESPN LA fan was. It's been awesome to see and experience. The fans who show up every day, you're what makes this place what it is. From the Mandy Awards to summer softball games in West Covina, there's something special about this community. We've got incredible teams, the Lakers, Rams, USC, LAFC, Kings, and Angels. And then there's everything else.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.
Mason and Ireland's growl. Cappy yelling, "Love Boat." Sedano's sighs. Eisen landing another A-list guest. Evan Cohn going deep on Brady. Travis pulling out Buffalo Gruden. DeMarco keeping everybody honest. And Morales dropping a random bam. And that one might have been a final. That's ESPN LA. Whether you watch or listen, thank you. You're what makes all of this possible.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
we got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
This World Cup season, the ultimate watch party experience is at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Sedano and Cap are making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Hook the whole crew up with a trip to experience the all-new Shark Encounter, now open. Plus, fan favorites like Sea Lions tonight and the all-new Dolphin Adventures. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway all week long on ESPN LA. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track. Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland. Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom in.
OTAs are happening around the NFL, and one of the teams that are participating is the Patriots, New England Patriots, and their quarterback, Drake May, was asked an interesting question at the beginning of this press conference. Here is this question and his answer.
Good question. Are you thicker with 2 C's? Is that the way you're supposed to say it? Is that kind of like the hip thing? Are you thicker with 2 C's? Is that how it's supposed to be? Or
I think that's pause, if that's anything. I think that's not the way to put it, but
So if you couldn't catch that, he was asked, are you thicker with 2 C's, or how the kids call it? So is this in any world an appropriate question to ask of Drake May? And would you ask it if bet?
No. This sounds like a reporter who heard it from one of his kids. That maybe he's got teenage daughters or something that said Drake May is thick with 2 C's.
His daughter Jessica is like, hey, you should ask this. I want to know why.
That's exactly
Don't ask
what that
why.
sounds like.
My daughter would disown me if I ever asked a player that. Like, if I ever was seen publicly doing that, she would disown me.
Yeah, you can ask Jimmy Garoppolo at training camp. Are you looks maxing?
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
It's
all
what
natural.
looks maxers aspire to be.
Right.
He doesn't need to do that at all.
Yeah, and if he's at training camp, we don't.
That has to be a question that like came up organically through some banner, and you have a good enough relationship with Drake May that you could say it as an aside.
You definitely have to have a relationship with him to throw that out there.
It was early in the press conference too. The press conference was 10 minutes long, and this might have been the second question.
Ooh, that's a bad second question.
This used to be like an ending of the press conference,
That's
throw it away. I know you guys are more versed in press conference etiquette. So if you had a silly question like this, is it always the last question, if at all?
That's really like he's about to walk off the podium. Maybe we can get a laugh out of everybody.
It's either towards the end when you know that the people who are doing serious business, like they're writing off this, or they're doing immediate work that they need this press access to, or it just comes up organically, like something as funny is happening, and then you quickly work in kind of a joke question because it's working like you're riffing. It should not be the second question of any presser. Ever, unless you're young enough to pull it off, I guess.
And he was not.
No.
Fast track.
Some more news out of the NFL world. Yesterday it was announced that Derwin James signed a 3-year, $75 million extension, $58 million guaranteed. And as a Charger fan, I will say it is Herbert and it is Derwin James. That one makes the team go. Love Derwin James. I think he's one of the greatest defensive players I've ever seen watch. The interesting thing here is the second time in his career he's become the highest paid safety. Do you think that had anything to do with this contract? It's make me again the highest paid safety and I'm sold.
Yes.
Or is that nothing?
No, I think it's a big thing for a lot of athletes. I go back. I remember years ago Ricky Henderson saying he wanted $1 more than the highest paid left fielder. It wasn't about the money. It was just being about the highest paid guy. That's all it is.
I mean, you know what's better than being the highest paid defensive player or defensive back of all time?
What's that?
Doing it twice.
There it is.
That's actually the only thing better than doing it once is doing it twice. These guys all know they're competitive at everything, including salaries.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly the record they set before. They want to reset it again. And you're right. He is really worth the money. He's awesome. He is really, really good. He's the type of player that the Chargers are hoping you can win with, that you can win a championship with. Unlike what Becky Hammon has said about Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, by the way, is going to be in the NBA Finals, and coverage and content of the NBA playoffs on ESPN LA, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Tune into Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. on ESPN LA 710 or on the ESPN LA app in crystal clear digital audio. Play your perfect combo at Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit pechanga.com for more information. You may recall, Marcus, Becky Hammon in 2023 said that the Knicks could never win a championship if 6'2" Jalen Brunson was their best player. She said, quote, if your best player is small, you're not winning. Knicks are now in the finals. They are led by Jalen Brunson, the Eastern Conference Finals most valuable player. He's one of the best players in the league, top 10. And she was asked about this, and she is standing her ground. She said, quote, I speak from experience. Allen Iverson got the MVP, and he lost in the finals. I think the two best teams are probably in the West, but I'm up for being proven wrong. That's the other thing. I think Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player, I'm speaking from historically on the NBA, what I said. I don't know why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago, said what I said. If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. What do you think of her doubling down?
I respect it, right? And I think I respect it because she said, look, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But sticking to her belief on this, I don't know that I agree with that. But I respect that she's not just going to back down because social media or whatever is sort of pressuring her for that. I also do wonder, she has ties to the Spurs.
Yeah.
They're battling with the Thunder. I do wonder if there's a little bit of sort of bias there, right?
Spurs Por Vida?
Yeah, something like that. I wonder if that has something to do with her feeling that way.
Yeah, I mean, look, she is correct. Like, historically, it is more exception than the rule.
Mm-hmm.
If your best player is that size,
yeah.
I mean, it's basically like Isaiah and Steph. That's basically it.
Right, yeah.
And, I mean, look, those are two guys who played for teams that won multiple championships and went back-to-back, so they're strong exceptions, but it's also a very high bar to be holding Jalen Brunson to. Like, you're talking about, Hall of Fame, top 75 level players.
Yeah. It is a really, really high bar. And this is a Knicks team that obviously sort of runs through Jalen Brunson, but watching them, I mean, they're not running people out of the building simply because it's all the Jalen Brunson show. I mean, they're getting Karl Anthony Towns is performing. They're getting buckets from OG Anunoby. They're getting buckets from a lot of different places. Josh Hart is just a disruptor and everything. So there's a lot going on. So it's not like you talk about Isaiah or Steph where so much is on their plate. Brunson is the headliner, but he's got a pretty good backing band with him.
Oh, he absolutely does. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns has been so good in the playoffs, and they've shifted a lot of what they do. So, I mean, Jalen still has the ball a lot, particularly in crunch time, but they run a lot more through Cat as a playmaker and stuff like that. It'll be interesting, though. I mean, she is correct. Becky Hammon is correct that if the Knicks do pull this off, and if they do, there's a big non-0% chance that Jalen Brunson will be finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
That is more exception than rule.
Although, why are we suggesting Becky Hammon doesn't know ball? Like, why are people questioning Becky Hammon? Like, do we think she doesn't know ball? Like, that's just a specious argument to begin with.
It is kind of funny how many eggs on Twitter are pretending that they know more about this than Becky Hammon.
Right.
Particularly when she said, look, I'm just going by history. I didn't say Jalen Brunson's trash. Like, everybody calm down.
She won 3 WNBA championships.
Yes.
She's as Cappy would say, she's a ball knower.
Yes.
I think we can all agree. Becky Hammon is a ball knower.
100%.
All right, a little more fast track coming up. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Zoom again.
You may remember this image from earlier in the Knicks playoff run, but there was a courtside seat lineup where it was Kylie Jenner, Timothée Chalamet, Tina Fey, and Tracy Morgan. And in it, people are giving Timothée Chalamet a little crap because it looked as though he was manspreading. If you don't know what manspreading is, it's just when guys put their knees out wide, taking up more space than maybe they're allotted. But Tina Fey addressed this on
Mace was accused of doing that to Michael Wilbon.
Hey.
Really?
If memory serves, yes.
So Tina Fey was on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers, and they asked her what she felt about that interaction. This is Tina Fey.
A lot of people coming to your aid here with the manspreading.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
I did. So many memes. I should start by saying that Timothée Chalamet was nothing but lovely, super friendly. And it wasn't until the next day that I saw all these manspreading things. But I will say, you got to remember, for every amount that he's sitting like this and manspreading, I'm doing the opposite. My legs, I got a big old can. And so in the back, like, God, listen, as Amy Poehler would say, God is fair. Timothy's legs took the front. My big old can was taking the back. We had no beef. There you go. It was all good. And the Knicks won, so everybody was happy.
All right, so this is not the only Timothée Chalamet really thing I want to bring up. There's one more thing. The Cavs-Knicks game 4 at the sweep. Looked like Kylie Jenner had brought in her own alcohol and was offering it to Timothy to maybe take a little bit of it with some Coke as a chaser.
Coca-Cola.
Yes. The soda.
Whoa.
Coca-Cola.
Trying to keep the station from getting sued. Coca-Cola.
And I thought, too, you're never too rich to try to avoid stadium prices. So you can respond to either one, but also, do you like Timothy and Kylie on and what they're doing courtside?
First of all, Tina Fey got back. Who knew?
I was gonna say, like, we should have. Is she thick with 2 or 3 C's? Like, somebody should have asked her
4
that.
C's.
You know, like that's where we start with. I had no idea.
I had never thought of Tina Fey.
Never really thought about it.
By the way, I've been rewatching some 30 Rock reruns. It's so fun.
By the way, her hair is thick. She talked about in her interview with her podcast with Amy Poehler that she purposefully turns up the sound of her brushing her hair on camera to prove to everybody that she's not wearing a wig.
You know what's funny, though? And like you and I have talked about before, like Timothée Chalamet and his promotional...
Or his persona and then his acting.
Right. His persona, which has come into play a lot when it comes to promoting movies and promoting himself when he's been up for Best Actor and how it has alienated a lot of people. The best way for him to do promotion around awards time, go to as many Knicks games as possible. I think he is incredibly likable while he is taking in the Knicks because all of it just seems completely who he is. And none of it feels like it's marketing strategy or whatever. He loves it there.
Sure. I think the problem is, like, if the Knicks win a championship, then you're going to see him at all these press junkets, like, rocking throwback Anthony Mason jerseys. Like, that's what it's going to be. And, you know, like, him, like, showing up in, like, a John Starks jersey. Or, stuff like that. Like, that's what's going to happen if they win.
His first child will be named Jalen for no other reason.
No reason at all.
As far as Kylie Jenner allegedly sneaking in booze, part of a trend. Rich people hate paying for stuff, and they're frankly not used to paying for stuff.
Poor people hate paying for stuff, too.
They do.
That's why, sneaking candy into the movies and stuff.
Well, it's more fun to sneak it in. Like, if we're being honest, even if you're Kylie Jenner, it's more fun to get one over on the man and sneak in your booze than it is just to go buy your Jack and Coke.
Not to mention the fact that it's not like Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet are walking through the main entrance doors like everybody else to get in there, right? You know, they've got their private secret entrance. They drive in with their driver and, security kind of like waves them through.
Right.
They're not going through the metal detectors like the rest of us.
Well, otherwise her flask would have set it off.
Set the thing off, right?
But yeah, I think there's, even for someone like Kylie Jenner and Chalamet, there's a bit of a thrill factor to sneaking it in.
Fast track.
I got a update from one of my fast tracks yesterday out of Tulsa. So the Bat Dog whole situation with the Dodgers AA affiliate, the Tulsa Drillers, their former first-round pick Kendall George had a knee injury, suffered trying to jump out of the way of the Bat Dog. Well, Tulsa Drillers announced today that they're actually going to suspend the Bat Dog program here. So the retrieving dog, no more. I did look up. There's about 11 or 12 total teams in all of MLB, so single A to triple A.
Is this dog okay?
Still using the Bat Dog. And, it's kind of a dying breed. It seems like they're kind of going out. My question here is, because it's the first-round pick, do you think this is getting a little more attention? If, let's say, it was the 9-hitter, last guy on the bench, would they still have the Bat Dog here? Or because I think this is kind of a miss.
If the dog bit the guy at the bottom of the lineup.
I think if it's a lesser-known player, if it's not a top prospect, I think they suspend the Bat Dog for a game or two and not the whole program.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they got a call from somebody in Los Angeles in the organization saying, hey, maybe don't anymore.
Did they strip the Bat Dog of all of his titles?
Like, did the Bat Dog have to meet with HR? Like, what's the process for
Is he not allowed in the Hall of Fame anymore?
I feel like this is like they have to turn in his key card, parking pass.
He just sits in the stands like the regular fans now.
This feels like an overreaction, particularly if it's the Bat Dog's first offense. Like, just to get rid of the whole program.
Does the Bat Dog have a history? Like, is this the first go around? Right?
Joe Biden kept his dog around the White House. That thing was biting everyone
people
left
everybody.
and right. Like, that was a legitimately dangerous dog. And that thing was, and I'm a big time dog owner. But that dog was frankly unsafe to be around the White House.
Hey, Brian, I want this to be your beat for the rest of the summer to follow the Bat Dog through.
Yes, we got to bring him
make
back.
sure he's okay. And if there's any other Bat Dog related stories.
Should we start a GoFundMe for the Bat Dog to replace the lost income?
Well, he is out of work, yeah.
Right, replace that lost kibble that was coming in before.
That dog was feeling good about itself. It was hearing the applause.
It was excited, yeah.
That dog thought it was a good boy.
We get a 30 for 30 on the dog. Like after,
I would so watch that 30 for 30.
Yeah, they sat down with him and it's like, I'm finally ready to speak.
You know what it becomes? It becomes that great John Mulaney sketch where he interviews Bubbles, Michael Jackson's chimp.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the funniest things I've seen in years if you've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Ask about the music.
Look, what is it? Talk to me. Talk to me. It is so funny. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, the biggest event of the year, is back. Walk and Play LA brings the community together for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk, plus music, games, activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Sign up at ESPNLA.com. Join Team ESPNLA. Use the code PLAY to save $10. Visit ESPNLA.com to learn more. Obviously, a really, really great cause. Some news today with baseball, Marcus.
Yeah.
Are we moving closer to an actual salary cap? Seeing reports from Bob Nightingale and Jeff Passan that the Major League Baseball is expected to make its first proposal to the union tomorrow, and the big top of the agenda item is a salary cap. The long-avoided, frankly, lined in the sand salary cap for baseball. There's already a statement from MLB spokesperson Glenn Kaplan following the union's opening proposal, which I'm not even sure they've seen it all at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We understand their proposals are designed to benefit players. Unfortunately, they do not address and, in fact, exacerbate the competitive balance problem our fans have been telling us we must address.
Look, this is the opening salvo. This is the first thing they're putting here. That has always been a red line for the players. I don't think that's going to change right away. I mean, considering when Rob Manfred was on his goodwill tour last year, Bryce Harper had some not so pleasant things to say when he came into the Phillies clubhouse.
Indeed.
I don't know that that's necessarily going to change. Now, kind of reading through this, I do think there are things that the players will be ready to adopt. One, they're saying what they're calling the competitive integrity tax, which in layman's terms is more of a salary floor. I think the players will easily get on board with something like that. I know they're talking about raising the minimum salary for the 40-man rosters. I think those are things that people can get on board with. I think they're going to have a hard time trying to sell to the players the idea of that luxury tax threshold.
Well, I would think, first of all, if there's going to be anything that is, for all intents and purposes, a salary cap, they're going to need ironclad evidence of you're going to have to spend X amount, and that floor is going to be high, baby. Like, that has got to be a high floor, because we are not going to allow you to get away with crying poor and, essentially screwing us in the process. Like, the top-end players, like the A-level players, even like the B-plus level players who still make a lot. I mean, like the Teos of the world, like the Teo Hernandezes of the world. They are going to say, he's like a B-plus level salary type player. Those are the guys that are going to feel like we're getting squeezed, and we're going to be defensive about this.
And that's usually what happens in these negotiations. It's the middle class in these groups that sort of get squeezed out. The guys at the top will always figure out a way to make theirs. They usually do something to lift the floor to sort of help the guys at the bottom of the pay scale. You've seen it in the NBA, you've seen it in the NFL. That middle class of guys starts to get squeezed because either you're not getting the max in what you could be getting, or you're not getting the years of what you could be getting. And I think that is going to be the big push and pull in this whole negotiation.
I will say this. I hope that the union holds pretty strong on the idea of you're going to need to spend a lot, owners around the league, because the truth is, as much as the Dodgers absolutely have advantages that some other teams don't, and most teams don't, frankly, and a lot of this is a Dodger inspired type thing. The truth is, all of these owners could spend more.
Yeah,
they could all spend more. Like, maybe they couldn't assemble the roster in its entirety that the Dodgers have, but they could spend enough to maybe keep a couple of those guys from being on the Dodgers roster. They choose not to. Yeah. And they use the Dodgers as their rationale for not doing it because, hey, what's the point? Dodgers have all these players. We can't do anything about it.
And I don't know that it will ever happen, but I think the union is going to want to sort of dig into some of the finances of these teams that have turned their pockets inside out and claimed poor. I mean, you have the A's who basically neglected their roster for years as a way to escape Oakland. They get to Sacramento, they start spending a little more. They're trying to build a ballpark in Vegas. It feels disingenuous to have claimed poor when your parents owned the Gap, and look, I worked there. I know how many khakis they were selling on a regular basis. Like, it's hard to claim poor when you're doing that.
Yeah, all these teams, again, they don't have all the advantages of the Dodgers. They don't have that TV deal. Like, I get it. They're not all – this is not a level playing field. I don't think it necessarily has to be. But
and it never will be.
It never will be. But they can all spend more. They are all billionaires with many Bs.
Yeah.
They are choosing not to spend this. And if they don't want to, that's fine. But other teams and particularly players should not be penalized for that.
I think that's the thing. By the way, I like to point out, too, that spending money is not the basis alone for winning, because if so, the Mets would not be in last place in the division right now.
You can spend. Artie Moreno
spends a lot.
He's
mostly on Anthony Rendon.
But I mean, he had the Albert Pujols. That contract was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember, I'm from St. Louis. I have a lot of friends and family who are still there. Albert Pujols was incredibly popular. In St. Louis.
Still is.
They didn't want him to leave until they saw that offer from the Angels, and they were like, "It's been a nice run, Albert." Like, there's no way they did not want the Cardinals to give him that type of contract because they knew it was ridiculous.
Yeah. This is what it is. I mean, so, like, I'm curious to see sort of where this goes. I know right now the prevailing thought is that we are going to have some sort of work stoppage. This is obviously the beginning of the negotiation. It's taking it to the players' union, seeing what they think, putting together a proposal to then put in front of the owners, and then the back and forth will go between now and, October at least.
Yeah, speaking of October, that's where everybody expects the Dodgers to be doing their best baseball. Freddie, Mookie, Ohtani, Will Smith. Their collective age starting to show a bit, Marcus. We will talk to the co-host of the Blue Review, get his expert opinion on this. Mason Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Is it a complicated thing to sign LeBron and then trade LeBron and make it all work? Yeah, it does sound complicated. It sounds like rocket science to me. But good news. The Lakers just signed a rocket scientist.
That was well done. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Oh yeah, injured in a crash? A slip and fall? Don't settle small, you've gotta make the call. He does the heavy lifting, he handles the fight. Big Tony steps in and makes it alright. No baloney, call Big Tony. He fights, he delivers, your victory is waiting. No fee till we win. He gets the compensating. No baloney, call Big Tony. 866-456-8669. BigTonyLaw.com. Attorney advertising primary results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Tony is attorney Tony Ward, primary office in Los Angeles, California.
Sedano and Cap are making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Hook the whole crew up with a trip to experience the all-new shark encounter, now open. Plus, fan favorites like sea lions tonight and the all-new dolphin adventures. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway all week long on ESPN LA. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland.
But the bottom line is this. LeBron did his part, man. In the playoffs,
He did what he needed to do, and he was spectacular. And there's no way, even with all this, and if you're in any way, shape, or form in the Lakers front office rolling your eyes and going, what are we going to do? And obviously LeBron has got, if he views this moment as something that Pelinka is sliding him on,
a weird take,
then even with all that, and this all comes out, and it looks like it's from his side, willingly telling this to Dave McMenamin.
Yeah.
Even with all that, you got to keep him. You got to keep him.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA. Steve Mason and John Ireland.
No, I am Captain Spicy.
You are not Captain Spicy.
I am Captain Spicy.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Absolutely full of crap.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I like this.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
This is not like a long-lost Outcast track, is it?
It's not. It's a cover of Hey Ya, but slowed down that I listened to a lot in college.
Oh, I hear it. I hear it now.
It's the same words.
You know what
it's
it
just a
sounds
different
like?
beat and slowed down.
It sounds like Imagine Dragons doing a Hey Ya cover.
Oh,
I can see that.
It
I
actually,
can see that.
It's got a serious Imagine Dragons.
It's
vibe.
got the dubstep. This is around 2017 when this was huge. Like this style of stuff.
This very much feels like an anthem leading up to ESPN programming.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's got that type of vibe.
Here, they're doing highlights over it.
Imagine Dragons makes shows like it's stadium rock for pregame shows.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Like they kind of invented their own very specific niche genre.
Yes.
Like stadium sports rock.
Exactly.
Introductions only.
Right. It's like
Chainsmokers too.
Yeah,
they were inspired by Jock Jams. Like they just grew up listening to the Jock Jams albums. Like this is what we want. This is what we're gonna do.
But we wanted to have a little more gravitas.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say, as a white girl in college in 2016, those hit.
Oh yeah.
One of the Mason years ago had his roast. Like we've done Mason's roast, we've done Ireland's roast, and I was one of the roasters of Mason. And one of the jokes I told, and I'm proud of this one because I think it was actually pretty good. Said something to the effect of, I remember when you first came out publicly and everybody was really proud of the courage that it took to, publicly and professionally come out as a gay man, but it's nothing compared to the courage that you showed coming out as an adult fan of Imagine Dragons.
I was just the rim shot ready to go.
Pretty good.
Good.
Well, I mean, it really does take a certain amount of courage as an adult-ass man to come out as, like, Imagine Dragons
fan?
top 5 band.
Yeah.
It's almost as much as Greg being like the top 1 fan of Charlie Puth.
Ooh.
He loves Charlie Puth.
I know of. I don't think I could tell you a Charlie Puth
He's a
song.
Puth head.
That sounds offensive.
Enunciate.
Puth head.
That sounds offensive.
Okay, I'll do you one better. Not only can I not name a single Charlie Puth song, if you put a lineup of guys, like
I
a
don't
police
think I
lineup.
I couldn't pick him out.
I don't think I could pick out Charlie Puth
No, I don't
either.
think so either.
He did that song, See You Again. I'll
Oh,
tell you
Fast
all
and the
about
Furious
it.
song? It's been a long
Yeah.
day without you, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, now
I'm seeing Paul Walker
yeah,
just
I know.
like driving
now,
off into the
now
sunset.
I'm seeing like Vin Diesel and Paul Walker.
I believe he's sang it at Kobe's memorial.
I was there.
He also did the
Shows you how
the
memorable
national anthem at this year's Super Bowl, right?
Is it an anthem or no? I didn't think it was the anthem. I thought it was like, but it was like a pregame song.
I'm pretty sure he did the anthem.
Okay. All right.
So he's the Fast and the Furious guy.
Yes.
Okay.
You should ask Greg about it, though. He loves Charlie Puth.
Don't get him started on Charlie Puth. All right, so he will.
A lot of people coming to your
that
aid
was on
here with
accident.
the man spreading.
Did not mean to do that. Really quick, we wanted to give a shout out to Josh Rosen, a UCLA favorite son who just finished up his MBA at Wharton. He's going to be an investment banker at J.P. Morgan.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's part of a very, very high-profile QB class. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Obviously,
He fits right in.
Man, I will say this, in fairness to Josh Rosen, who was a really good quarterback at UCLA, where you start out, particularly as a young quarterback, matters a lot.
It does. And I thought of the guys in that draft, maybe that he wouldn't have the best overall career, but he seemed like he was the most pro-ready of that group. And so to see him flame out the way he did, I mean, the fact that he played a year in Arizona and then they drafted Kyler Murray the very next year, and that sort of started his relatively short odyssey around the league.
Well, he started out at Arizona, unstable organization. I grew up a then St. Louis Cardinal fans. I can tell you they're always a mess. Then he goes to Miami. They've been searching for a quarterback since Marino. Yeah, not an exaggeration. They really have. And then he went to the Falcons post Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And they have not for sure landed on anybody. That's a rough start, man, for a young player at such an important position.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I always say this with the draft, and it applies a lot, but I think especially in football, talent, skill set is one thing. The landing spot is so important.
And I mean, and sometimes the luxury of time if you need it. Like, look at Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Look how long, part of the same draft class, look how long it took Darnold to land, finally land in the right couple of places. Like, I think even the year that he spent on the bench with the Niners was super helpful. Same with Baker Mayfield with that year with the Rams, or year or two, whatever it was. That was really helpful.
Yeah, I think we've seen it a lot. I mean, those guys, Geno Smith a couple years ago had a resurgence. Daniel Jones is sort of, if we're talking about the most difficult individual position in all of sports, it stands to reason that it's going to take most guys a lot of time to get you. Not everybody's Patrick Mahomes who walks in and has immediate success. Most guys, it's going to take a few years to figure it out.
And the idea that teams can predict exactly how this is going to work, if they could, Tom Brady would not have been drafted as late as he was.
Sixth round.
Right. Nobody expected Tom Brady to be that guy.
No. Not at all.
At all.
Not at all.
It's difficult, but the good thing about Josh Rosen, you could tell when he was at UCLA and even as a young pro, he's a smart guy.
He definitely had a plan. I mean, even if he had success in the NFL, he's a guy who understood football was a short period of his life. He always seemed to be making plans. In fact, I think one of the reasons I kind of rooted for him was I remember some of the narrative was he's too smart to be here. He has other interests outside of football. And to me, I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? That seems good.
Well, I remember years ago when I covered the second half of Kobe's career with the Lakers, I covered Andrew Bynum. And for better and for worse, Andrew Bynum was a super smart guy, like really, really smart. And I think in some ways almost too smart for his own good because he was an athlete who recognized I could find another job like in a more either academic or conventional industry. Like, he's to like take apart computers and put them back together.
Wow.
Like, he really, really smart. And sometimes guys like that, like D'Angelo Russell, he's a polarizing player, and I get why. D'Lo's a really smart guy. I think sometimes D'Lo was a little too smart for his own good because there's a lot of sort of the game in like presenting yourself that he clearly had no interest in playing.
Right.
And that can come back to bite you if you're not performing at the highest level.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely a personality type, I guess, that succeeds in pro sports because it's more than just the athletic ability, that you do have to sort of play that game a little bit. And there are a lot of guys out there, and women too, they're just not into that. It's just it's not what they do.
Well, I mean, it's rare when you find the athletes like Kobe or Kareem or Pau Gasol. I think LeBron would be in this category. Like guys who are super smart on top of being as dedicated as they are to their sport.
Yeah.
And that can become an incredible combination.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to talk about something that just came through from the NBA. Mason Plumlee's foul against Jared McCain has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 after further review. It was the first of the 2 fouls, the one that was Jared McCain, his back was to Mason, and Mason just totally put his entire arm and pushed him over. So that has been upgraded from normal foul to flagrant 1.
Does this add fuel to the Wemby putting out a hit fire?
I think so.
Was it a flagrant red? As in code red?
Because of code red.
You want to hit it again?
Let me find that.
Did you order the code red?
That's what you would have asked in the press conference afterwards to Wembanyama.
Adds to the conspiracy theories.
I want Wemby and I going back and forth. You want answers? I think I'm entitled to them. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Oh,
again,
man.
if I were Wemby and I had ordered the code red, told Plumlee or Bismack Biyombo, you go touch up Jared McCain, I would have made sure I did the presser.
Sitting in front of microphones.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's how you create plausible deniability.
Why would I be talking to you if I went out and did something like that?
Exactly. I got nothing to hide. All right, coming up, going to play a little game of games. I think it's BC's game.
That's right.
All right, there we go. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Is my scalp still crispy? Like kind
No,
of pink
you do.
and red?
A little bit. Look all right.
It is a little red.
Good Lord,
Now
Travis.
you can see it.
You look like a turkey.
Dude, I burned the you-know-what out of my scalp. I didn't realize that the top of my head could get as burned as it is. Like, washing my hair and combing my hair, it's agonizing.
I say you put a hat on, but the hat probably is going to irritate the thing,
I
right?
should have had a hat on when I was outside.
You gotta wear a hat now, bro.
So I'm like, I'm going to jump in the shower. That water hit my head.
Oh, God.
Man.
That's painful.
See, back in the day, turf burns.
Oh,
on that
yeah.
ass. Oh, my God. Showers were the worst. But I feel you. See, Laura, this is what I mean. I am not interested in direct sunlight. For that right there.
You're not wrong.
Put something over me.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
I know we just had a 3-day weekend, but I was wondering how to extend it into 7. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
There's a casita or daybed with your name on it at Oasis Pool. Reserve one today.
Number 2.
Catch AC/DC tribute band Noise Pollution Thursday, June 4th, free with your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Manitou Cruise pontoon boat. Be here May 31st, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
This World Cup season, the ultimate watch party experience is at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and all the flavors that make every match unforgettable. Grab fire-grilled asada tacos, slow-braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more. Join us for every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Pros, save more on the materials you need to get the job done inside and out at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob. Call Jacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
Before we get to Game of Games, I would like to wish Travis Rogers a happy National Senior Health and Fitness Day. Did you go on a walk this morning, Travis?
I did go on a walk this morning. As a matter of fact, when I got your very sarcastic and mean-spirited text wishing me a happy old person's exercise fitness day.
You were coming back from a walk?
I was in the midst of my walk, as a matter of fact. Yes, so thank you for your support.
Did you go walker or cane?
I had a very brisk 9-miler today. I feel fantastic.
Sounds like Rascal territory.
Yes. Wow, there were two people like drag racing on Rascals right out here when I went to get my coffee. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah, like you know where the hotel is right over here. And they were not like elder. They were in their 20s, it looked like. I think they might have like hijacked these Rascals because they looked like they were having a good I've never seen a rascal go that fast. They were like drag racing from the opening of the hotel to Starbucks.
Oh, I figured they had like governors on it. Like you only go like 15 miles
It
an
was
hour.
at least twice as fast as you usually see one go.
Wow.
Yes. So maybe they're celebrating as well.
Oh, man.
BC, what do you got?
All right, so we are officially 1 week away from the NBA Finals, starting next week, June 3rd. So this is a Thunder, Spurs, or Knicks style game here, so it's all different. Kick it off for you here. Who led the Knicks in minutes played this season, during the regular season? Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, or Josh Hart? We'll start with you, Andy.
Minutes per game or total minutes?
Total minutes.
I'm going to say Bridges.
Travis.
Hart.
Marcus.
Hart.
And M.
Bridges.
It is Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Hey, me and Andy get that one. And Brian, do you want me to keep score or you got it?
I got it.
Okay.
Number 2 here. Who led the Thunder in three-pointers made during the regular season? Thunder, three-pointers made. Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, or Isaiah Joe? We'll start with you, Travis.
We'll go Dort.
Marcus.
I'm going to say Isaiah Joe.
M.
Wallace.
And Andy.
I'm going to say Wallace did.
It was Isaiah Joe.
Ooh.
Kind of surprising.
I didn't think he'd play enough. Like for the volume.
Lucky loser, baby. Let's go. Let's
Everybody
go.
else
I'm
want a
alive.
piece? Number 3 here, starting with you, Marcus. Who on the Spurs attempted the most shots during the regular season? So who put up the most shots? De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, or Stephon Castle?
I'm going to say Stephon Castle.
M.
Castle.
Andy.
Wemby.
Travis.
Wemby.
It is Wemby.
It's too obvious.
Travis, you're no longer lucky loser.
Not today, at least.
Andy 2, everybody else 1 apiece here. Number 4. Jalen Brunson leads the Knicks with the most minutes or most points in the playoffs this year. Who's second? Who has the second most points in the playoffs for the Knicks? OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, or Mikal Bridges? Start with you, M.
Let's go OG.
Andy.
I'm also going to go. No. I am going to go Bridges.
Travis.
Bridges.
And Marcus.
Anunoby.
Nobody. Karl Anthony Towns. Second in points.
Cat slander.
Number 5 here. Who leads the Thunder in turnovers right now during the playoffs? So turnovers in the playoffs. SGA, Chet, or Isaiah Hartenstein? And this one's to you, Travis.
SGA, Chet, or Hartenstein? I'm going to say Chet.
Marcus.
SGA.
M.
SGA.
And Andy.
SGA.
It is SGA.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 here. Who leads the Spurs in steals in the playoffs? So this year's playoffs, who leads the Spurs in steals? Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, or Julian Champagnie? And this one, I believe, is to Marcus.
Where am I? So it's Champagnie, Vassell,
Or Harper.
Or Harper. I'm going to say Champagnie.
M.
Vassell.
Andy.
Vassell.
Travis.
Harper.
It is Dylan Harper.
Yeah, baby.
Hey,
A rook. Oh.
How many are left, Brian?
We got 3 left here, and Andy 3, everybody else 2 apiece. So
Let's have Andy go first this time.
All right, Andy, this one's to you. The Knicks' all-time playoff leader in total points is who? All-time playoff leader in points. Jalen Brunson, Patrick Ewing, or Walt Frazier?
Ooh. I'm going to say Brunson.
Travis.
Ewing.
Marcus.
Frazier.
And M.
Brunson.
It is Patrick Ewing.
Oh.
Okay, Trav.
I thought maybe the one that he missed would have taken him out of there.
Yeah.
The Ewing theory.
The 2-footer?
Well, no. He missed the entire playoff run.
Yeah.
The Ewing theory.
When Ewing was there, they were in the playoffs every year.
And he was really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, Travis, we'll start with you here.
Okay.
Thunder all-time playoff leader in points per game. Points per game is who? Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, or SGA?
Points per game. Those are KD.
Marcus.
Say Russ.
M.
Is this the playoffs or
playoffs?
Okay. Westbrook.
And Andy.
Russ.
It is Russell Westbrook.
Remember, he had that solo year where he was the only reason they were even in the playoffs.
I did forget about that.
All right, so I got one more here. Andy 4, everybody else 3. So everybody's got to go opposite of Andy. We'll come to you first. The Spurs' all-time playoff leader in three-pointers made is who? Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, or Ginobili?
Danny Green.
Travis.
I want to say Danny Green, but I'll go Ginobili.
Marcus.
I'm going to go Ginobili also.
And M.
I will also go Ginobili.
And it is Manu Ginobili.
Yeah!
Four-way tie here.
He did it!
All right.
Gotta love four-way tie to the tiebreaker.
All right. Has that ever happened before?
I think so.
Okay.
Very
All
few.
right. All right.
All right, we're already here.
Can I do this on my phone? Is that copacetic?
Yeah, that's kosher.
Okay.
As long as you're not Googling whatever
not.
the question is.
I'm not.
All right, how many times have the Knicks, Spurs, and Thunder made the NBA Finals in their franchise history? So all three combined. NBA Finals appearance. Let me know when you got something.
All right.
I have a number.
I'm almost set.
I got a number.
Okay. Got it.
All right, we'll start with you, Marcus.
10.
Travis.
11.
M.
14.
And Andy.
15.
20 times.
Oh,
Andy is the winner.
Price is right in me.
Wow.
Come on.
I clearly undercounted the Knicks.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I undercounted too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start going back to
What-
like where
what's
the
the
league was
breakdown,
barely
Brian?
integrated.
I do not have the
San
breakdown.
Antonio 5, right?
San Antonio,
Have they lost in the finals?
yeah, they lost to the Heat.
Oh, they did
and
lose to the Heat.
They lost
so
to
that's
the Heat.
6.
I want to say they've been like 7 times, maybe.
The Thunder have
I
been
think it was 6.
2 or 3.
Thunder have been twice.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
8. The Knicks have been 12 or 11 or 12 times.
But I guess all in the 60s and
I guess
70s.
it's
gotta be.
But that's when the Celtics were going every year.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe they were playing like Mikens Lakers or something like that.
something like that.
Again, I'm going back for the Knicks when like the league was not integrated. Like that's the only way that they managed to pull this off because in modern NBA history, no.
Well, they went a few times in the early 70s against the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
They went once when we were like in the 90s.
Yeah, they went in '99. That was the year that Ewing didn't
Right.
play.
They haven't been since then.
No.
So 99 they lost. They lost in 94.
That was against the Rockets.
We remember
right?
the OJ chase.
I forgot that one.
Right.
Yeah.
The OJ chase. They won in 73. They won in 70. And then they lost in 51, 52, and 53. They
I
lost
didn't
3 in a
realize
row.
this, but I think the last time the World Cup was in the United States was also the Knicks were in the finals.
Yes.
Yeah, 94.
Yeah. There was that 30 for 30 on, was it June
June 16th
And now-
or 17th?
Yeah.
It'll
whatever
be
it was.
again
My-
because it's the World Cup in the United States. And
Other than Made in America,
Mhm.
and I know Made in America is not technically a 30-30, but in my brain categorizes it as a 30-30. That's the best 30-30 I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Because you had the U.S. U.S. playing Brazil or
Colombia.
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 You had the OJ chase. You had the start of the U.S. Open.
Griffey was chasing a home run record. At the start of the U.S. Open, the Rangers had just won
it
the
was
Stanley
Arnold
Cup.
Palmer's last
Arnold
US Open,
Palmer's
too.
last U.S. Open. There was a million things going
All
on
the
that.
same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the OJ chase.
And the OJ chase.
That is
Which
crazy
ended up
that
overshadowing it all.
Yeah.
that was the most important thing at the end of the day. What happened? was
Think
the
about this. Think of like short of World War III, right? Not that that's possible, but let's just say that you had the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals in the big box and then a world event in the small box. The world event was in the big box
Yes.
and the sporting event was in the small box.
Yeah.
That's how crazy the OJ chase was.
I try to explain to people younger than me who weren't alive for it what the equivalent would be. And I can't come up with anybody. I mean,
Charles Barkley?
That's the one. That's the one I always go back to is Barkley, but
no, but even that, like
I'm with you,
I
Marcus.
almost came with like The Rock in terms of like just the visibility of what
and
it
people
would be.
liked him.
And I was going to say, with Barkley, like, he had a few scrapes with the law. There's the incident where he threw the guy through the window. Like, I'm not saying anybody could expect Barkley to have done what OJ allegedly did, but Barkley at least had a dark-ish side that we had seen. OJ, a lot of it was kept very methodically under wraps. OJ was incredibly popular, considered like clean cut. Like it was
movie star.
It was legit. I used to see OJ out before this happened.
He was all over the place.
I used to see him more than any other celebrity in L.A. And, like, L.A. is filled with celebrities. I used to see him everywhere.
If you were ever on the West Side in the 80s or 90s and you didn't have O.J. Simpson's autograph, you didn't want it.
Okay.
Like, that's how easy he was to find. He was around all the time.
This is how ubiquitous and popular and revered he was. There was an episode of Good Times where JJ and Thelma are having this argument where JJ claims there's no such thing as, like, definitively great female role models or a female role model that could surpass a male role model. And every time Thelma throws out, like, Florence Nightingale, Rosa Parks, JJ counters with O.J. Simpson.
I know
as the domino trump card.
People always ask, like, what event do you wish Twitter was around for? And it's the O.J. chase.
Yeah.
Like, social media would have gone, but it might have melted the internet that day.
It's a great choice. What made it part of why it had the cultural impact it did, I think, is that it wasn't that. Is that you had to be in front of your TV. Everybody was in front of your TV. Everybody's watching Peter Jennings or Tom Brokaw. Like, you only had 2 or 3 different places you could go to consume this stuff. And then when the trials, you had to go to court TV. I remember driving around the city, going from work to home and back and forth, listening to the trial on the radio. You would listen to the radio version of the trial, and you were riveted by it. Everybody had an opinion on it. That we'll never see something like that again.
Can you imagine, too? Like, we saw how much Lance Ito was, affected by the fame and celebrity in the pre-social media world.
I mean, Jay Leno was doing the dancing Itos on the Tonight Show.
Lance Ito would have been out of control if this had happened in the age of Twitter and social
Marsha
media.
Clark cut her hair, and it caused a near riot.
Yeah.
She changed her hairstyle.
Game of Games presented by the Call Jacob Injury Hotline, the only number LA trusts after an accident. 800-345-6789, 800-345-6789. Coming up, Super Crosstalk with DeMarco and Travis next on Mason Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hi, it's Chris Morales, and at ESPN LA, we love Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and we hope to see you at the 10th Annual Walk and Play LA. First, I'm going to walk a 3K showing my support for this amazing hospital, and I want you to join me in raising funds for critically ill kids. Then we'll play with live music, games, and sports clinics led by local athletes. Join the fun Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Go to ESPNLA.com to sign up for Team ESPN LA and use the discount code PLAY to save $10 on registration.
Hey, it's Mason. The next best thing to being at the 2026 FIFA World Cup is watching it at Cosm. Experience every match inside the massive 87-foot LED dome in shared reality. You will feel like you're right there on the pitch with the world's biggest stars. Plus, catch all the action in the Cosm Hall with great food and drinks. FIFA World Cup tickets will not last, so book right now at Cosm.com/FIFA. I will see all you guys for the World Cup at Cosm.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Sedano and Cap are making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Hook the whole crew up with a trip to experience the all-new Shark Encounter, now open. Plus, fan favorites like Sea Lions Tonight and the all-new Dolphin Adventures. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway all week long on ESPN LA. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Travis and DeMarco in the house.
In the house.
And the OJ conversation continued
How did
during
you
the
guys
break.
get on that combo?
How did we get on the OJ combo?
We just had a whole OJ combo.
Yeah.
Where were you when it happened combo?
How did we land on OJ?
I was laying on
really
the floor.
The Knicks and the Rockets. The Knicks and the Rockets in the finals.
And obviously, the chase that broke into the Knicks-Rockets finals.
Yeah. I was laying on the floor eating sugar pops.
Oh,
yeah. When they announced it, yeah.
Laying on the floor eating sugar pops.
Sugar pops.
Where was your table?
Upstairs. I was in the basement in a sleeping bag because it was Tuesday. We had the day off.
Yeah.
Eating sugar pops, watching that. Yeah.
Wait, day off in a basement in a sleeping bag.
Chilling, yeah.
He was relaxing, Andy. What don't you understand?
This was part of DeMarco's process.
You're dang right. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
It cannot be overstated, and particularly for people younger who don't understand the idea of, a world now where everybody's off in like 10,000 different spaces because of social media and streamers and all the different options. Everybody was fixated on this. Like, it's not an exaggeration. Everybody.
The world. Yeah.
Yes.
It had a Super Bowl level of attention, like and maybe even above and beyond that. Like the Super Bowl is the last remaining monoculture event that we have as a culture, right? Where we're all, even if you're not a football fan, you're watching the Super Bowl, you know about the Super Bowl, you go to a Super Bowl party, that you're aware. This was that, only it lasted for a year. It was a daily occurrence every year. Did you hear what this person said or this lawyer tried? Or it was just every single day there was a new update, and we were all plugged in from beginning to end.
DeMarco and Marcus both said they remember exactly where they were when the Bronco chase happened. Do you remember where you were?
I was standing in the driveway of my now wife's parents' house. I had gone over there to pick her up to go out or whatever it was, and I go in to say hello to her folks, and her dad was a sports fan. He's watching the game. We sit down, we're watching the game, and all of a sudden it starts, and that's where I was.
I was in a back house in Venice Beach that I used to live. It was the first place I lived out of college, this rented back house in a pretty sketchy part of Venice Beach. And I remember I was watching the finals, and then this broke in.
Yep. Unbelievable. Wow. I used to have a Ford Bronco.
So did I.
Like that.
Was yours white?
No.
Oh,
I got
neither
the
was
forest
mine.
green, but I had the choice. I'm like, nope, I can't do it. Give me the green one.
Yeah, I had a black one, and it was my favorite car I ever had. But there was a moment where it's like, really? Okay.
After that, there was a stigma to it.
Oh, yeah.
You got the OJ car.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, though, that there are some people who specifically got the white Bronco because of OJ.
Absolutely.
That's a very specific type of person.
They were nice cars.
The dudes that used to wear Michael Vick jerseys. Yeah. You're doing that for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, but it made celebrities out of so many people, right? I mean, Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden. We get Robert Kardashian, which gives us Kim Kardashian, and like
Johnny
the whole
Cochran, F. Lee Bailey, Barry
Cato
Sheck,
Kalin.
Cato
Kalin.
Kalin, America's house
He
guest.
lives in a back house, too.
Yes. He was watching in his guest house while I was watching in mine.
Neighborhood, but yeah.
We have this little neighborhood bar. It's gone now in my neighborhood that me and my friends used to go occasionally have a beer at. And they would have live music occasionally, not often, but there's this little stage set up in the bar. And that was what the stage was used for when it was used, which wasn't that often. So we go to get some beers on a Thursday night or whatever it is, and there's an unusually large amount of cars in the parking lot. We're like, okay, let's see what's going on. We go in there, and there's speakers set up on this little stage in the corner. We're like, I guess there's music. Maybe it's a little more popular. It was a night with Cato Kalin.
Oh, wow.
And Cato was there telling stories, doing his thing. And so we're all kind of, we're all of the same age. And like Cato Kalin is a legitimate, celebrity at this. This was probably 10 or 15 years ago. And He does his Q&A with the crowd. He's up to, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or so. It wasn't particularly interesting, frankly, but we just happened to be there. So anyway, he starts mingling through the bar. Like he's going table to table, like, hey, thanks for coming. And we're just kind of sitting at one of the back tables at the bar. We were not there to see him. We just happened to be there on the night that he was doing his thing. He wouldn't leave.
He wouldn't go.
He's like, so somebody had like a Dodger shirt or something on, and he's a big Milwaukee Brewers fan. And so he strikes up this baseball conversation, and he's just chewing the fat about baseball like for a solid 10 minutes, just talking. And me and my friends are looking at each other going, this is like a fever dream. Kato Kaelin won't leave our bar table.
Can't leave.
Just Captain Linger, just hanging
it
around.
Was
Captain Linger. I love that. Captain Linger.
I'm going to find, I have the picture on my Instagram. I'm going to find it right now.
He's probably thinking, I don't know why I'm here either.
You should try hosting Mason in Ireland with him.
Oh,
because I've
you
done it.
Did?
Really?
With Kato Kaelin?
Me and Mace.
Go on.
Okay. Years ago, and this is one of my favorite Mace stories because it really just embodies how much of a star effer Mason is, which we've all given him crap for over the years, but really, truly. Jeff Katz and Arash Markazi were filling in on one of the shows. I don't remember which one. But Arash, because Arash knows literally everybody.
Everyone.
Arash had Kato Kaelin's number, and this is around when the FX series, remember the People versus OJ with Travolta,
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding. Yeah, it was really good.
Is that the good one?
It was entertaining.
I'm thinking I'm thinking Travolta as Gotti was bad. This one was good.
This was better than Travolta's Gotti.
Okay. Travolta was Bob Shapiro.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. It was good. But anyway, everybody was talking OJ because this series had just come out. So Arash gets Kato Kaelin on for a phone interview with him and Jeff Katz. Mason is over in the kitchen area. Hears that Kato Kaelin, a.k.a. famous person, somebody people have heard of, is doing this interview with Arash and Jeff. Mace beelines from the kitchen area into this studio, hijacks a phone interview with Kato Kaelin, and then parlays that into Kato Kaelin sitting in with, it happened to be me, him and Mace during what was the most uncomfortable hour of Mason in Ireland in the history.
Greg just nodding his head.
I'm not exaggerating this at all.
Just nodding his head.
You came sprinting in.
The uncomfortability, the Mason sprinting in, all of this is accurate.
Was he a fan of Kato Kaelin or just wanted in on the celebrity interview? That's it? That's all? Wow. Is that him?
Yes.
Look at you. Why do you have this? Look at your face.
Yeah.
I'm with Kato. Oh, my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was truly uncomfortable.
Unbelievable.
The whole thing, we all, Mace and I were making eye contact like 2 minutes into this. Like, this was a bad idea. Mace looking at me like, I'm sorry.
I mean,
it was 11 years ago.
There's really only one thing that people know him for or want to hear, but even that, like the shelf life on that is long since expired.
He's still
tell that to Mace.
Well,
I put it this way: you'd recognize him, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
you would.
Yeah. I mean, this went down in '94. We're talking 30 plus years ago.
I will say, just to be fair, he was very nice.
He was exceptionally
actually
nice.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
Doing the show with him was not great, but he was very, very nice. But he is famous in a very specific way that will not go away.
Furman just kicked the bucket, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Furman
Yeah.
just kicked the bucket.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's how it's going to go from now on is people from that trial
That's
leaving us forever.
How we're going to be hearing about some of these folks.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
But it did. I mean, I know that trial was in The Sopranos. They mentioned it.
Oh yeah.
Did it make The Wire?
I don't remember.
I don't remember them referencing the
I
OJ
don't either.
trial, but it's around.
I just did a Wire rewatch.
Oh, did you?
Like not the entire 1 through 5, but it's basically like seasons 2 through 4.
Yeah.
God, it holds.
I do the
it's
clips.
So great.
The clips.
best.
Yeah.
When they like analyze Marlowe or analyze Chris Partlow.
Yes.
That stuff is fascinating.
Yes.
Oh my God. Or the mistakes they made. Why'd you have to kill Prop Joe? That's my dude. Make a deal. Come on, man.
I once went to the same barbershop as Michael B. Jordan. And I'm sitting there, I'm getting my hair cut, and he walks in. I didn't say anything out loud, but in my head, I'm like, there's Wallace!
Yeah.
Yes.
Look out, Wallace!
Oh my God.
Don't go upstairs.
That was heartbreaking.
It is.
Like it still is if
The
you
whole
rewatch
show
that.
is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what though? Like the characters like Bubbles or Bunny, they were so essential because they offered some degree of hope.
Yeah.
Like some degree of like little wins. Like Namond getting a chance.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I
little
hated
wins.
that
You weren't inspired by Tommy Carcetti?
No. You know, funny. What was your favorite season? Real quick.
You know what?
Me too.
Two.
Two is really good.
Yeah.
I think 2 gets
2 and
underrated.
4.
It
Yeah.
gets slandered.
2 and 4.
4 is the one with the
4 is
kids?
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, 4 is good.
Yeah,
too.
4 is really good. That
2,
was
I think,
cool.
was super misunderstood.
Yeah.
Because everyone was expecting a direct follow-up of 1.
You wanted more Stringer Bell in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
But
never a bad thing.
Yeah.
2 was good.
2 was really good.
You didn't like 5.
I did not like
You did
5.
not like
I
5.
thought the
5
whole
was-
serial killer thing was absurd
Okay.
and
Yeah.
not in line with the rest of the series.
Yeah.
The
Jumping the shark.
newspaper side and the deterioration of newspapers and why that contributed to the whole downward spiral I thought was good, but the serial killer
No.
thing was, come on, man.
It was so not believable.
Yeah. I've been binge watching a show called The Good Doctor, and it just jumped the shark.
Oh.
Yeah. So every show you watch has an episode where it's like,
What are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We just jumped the sharks. It just became less interesting.
That's the only upside to when a really good show, for whatever reason, doesn't get its audience and gets canceled too early in the opinion of its fans.
Mhm.
It never has an opportunity to get bad.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
That's the
This
one
is
up.
true.
Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks is the best example of that show. Is
Every
perfect.
show
I still want to know what happened when she got to that concert.
Yes, it's Grateful Dead. She snuck out. She didn't go to academic camp.
Right.
Great.
Right.
Yes.
I've actually started showing it to my daughter.
Yeah, it's great.
Really?
So
All right.
good. All right, coming up, Travis and DeMarco.
Yes. Travis, get ready.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's a tease. 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute